last time we were here, Zyden got reincarnated, and then everybody attempted to climb up the ladder, and then the guy that was struggling with ladders struggled real hard, like real hard, to the point that he slipped and fell and missed the boat and fell into the sea.
Wait, who fell into the sea? What?
Oh, you were here.
Yeah, you weren't there.
Yeah, nobody. I don't remember this part.
Captain's
Yes.
gone.
Azure slipped off of the waste management ladder, bounced off the boat, and failed to grab on and plummeted away into the sea.
And Azure is our captain.
Yes.
Yep.
See, so I'm really glad that the captain came with us on this venture. It was a good idea that nobody objected to at any point.
I even voiced a concern from Micah during last session to that effect.
But he decided to come anyway. And, clearly that's worked out for everyone involved. Look, Micah's a curmudgeon, but he's right.
Yeah. It's hard to own that one, because, yep, Captain sure did fall into the sea.
I don't know if I have anything for that.
You were asked at the time, and he got beyond 60 feet, so the answer was no.
Yep.
Mercifully, Zyden had a new Goliath form, so he was able to strong-arm the boat back on the tie line, so the boat is still here.
Goliaths are the best, even if they are worse.
You called the ship. They were clearly distraught over this news, but they reminded you that you are all still adrift at sea in your own right, and you still need those star maps.
I just can't believe that the captain slipped off the fucking ladder. Not killed by the hideous space witches. Slips off the ladder. Oh, man.
To my knowledge, there's no currents in the Astral Sea, and it's air. He can breathe, so we know where he fell from. We know which way gravity goes.
I'm real curious how you know that.
What?
You are operating on a very grandiose assumption right there.
I am operating on what I have observed.
So far, yeah.
Exactly. If it's different, I don't know that. This is just what I can see.
Anyway, you agreed to continue with your mission, so you ripped open the doorway at the far end of Waste Management, which pushed you into the detention center. Entering the detention center, you passed some curtailed or outright sleeping inmates until you came upon a cell containing a new figure you have come to know as Mathus. Mathus basically gave you the 411 that he absolutely hated the people on this ship and would happily
Really just one of them. Really just one of them.
Really just one of them.
Have I met Mathus? Who's Mathus? Is this a new guy who's on the...
He was in a prison cell in the detention center.
There was a very convincing Micah impression that was given a couple times during the day last week, so you didn't do anything spectacular, but you got some fun stuff, I think.
No.
No. You did not get fun stuff.
Nah. I didn't... You cast a big stick and then you hit a guy in the face with it. I mean...
You killed a guy, though.
I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah.
They broke me out of jail. We accidentally launched everyone in jail into space. Out of fear, blew up a window and gave some guys awful glass...
I killed 3 people at once!
glass in stabbings. Feeling bad about accidentally launching all the other prisoners into space, we went into the secure holding, released a Aasimar?
Aasimar, yes indeed.
Aasimar. with some weird, crazy rods in his eyes. And now we're gonna go maybe have me have surgery to get a crystal that's lodged in my sternum out.
Wait, but how are his cones?
His entire eyes appear to be filled full of golden fire, so you're not real sure.
Yeah, golden fire with like some like rod in the middle of it. He and Zyden are having a heart-to-heart that I don't care about and would like to not have a giant gem stuck in my chest. And that's pretty much all of the last time on Dragon Ball Z.
You did return to the security node and downloaded a map.
We did steal a map in the weirdest roundabout way possible.
You haven't been with us long enough to know that it's
So you did get a security key off of one of the dead officers, and so setting the key into the security station, you were able to relay this map, and so last session concluded with this map shown to you with a bunch of rooms all labeled in Celestial.
Funky. I don't know that language.
I do.
I kind of do. I know a few words.
I mean, you know every language, provided you burn a spell slot. Thus is the magic of arcane spellcasting.
Valid.
Also, we have access to some basic magic armor and magic headband walkie-talkies. But we only have 3 of them.
That's right, you did not get one.
I see how it is.
Also, if you want armor in case you ever wild shape, there's dog armor.
I just don't know why I would when mushroom form is so much better.
I don't disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so where are we headed?
We got the star maps, right? We've got what we need
Nope.
map-wise?
No.
Well, then we're off to go further into the fucking Dyson ring.
We haven't found the star maps yet, no.
No, we do have a map of the station now, though.
All right.
This is us here, and he points to where that number 4 is.
Mm.
That's the security node. And I can reasonably say that this up above us, this space just next to us on the next floor up, doesn't appear to be our destination.
No, but
And I'm sorry, who are we talking to now? Who's this person?
This is he introduced himself as Chromat Zushin. He was an Aasimar, locked in a tube of liquid in the high security wing.
A back to tank.
I'm a big fan of the fact that these space witches have a goddamn science fiction super jail.
The crazy
This-
part was he has the same name as someone that Zyden knew. But
This is definitely good for us.
Yeah, after he introduced himself, Zyden did explain that he once knew a Chromat back home. However, Chromat that he knew is dead.
And was a few hundred years older at his time of death.
All right, so we've got this new Azabar, Crowbar Sushi.
We can just call him that.
I'm sorry, it's Chromat.
it's a thing he does.
Look, I know what I said.
It's a thing he does.
You want to read the map, and whoever can read the map wants to read the map and get us where we need to go.
Chromatic douching.
Do you
You
think that the maps might be in the shipswain's offices? I don't quite know what a shipswain does off the top of my head.
It wanes the ship. It's right there in the name.
Oy.
And that means
I'm not a.
You asked what he does. He told you what he
I mean,
does.
the man is perhaps not wrong, though maybe a bit reductive. They are responsible for the intake
Excuse
and upkeep of a
Do I
ship.
look like a fraction?
Oh dear.
the
You
so
look like a man who does know how to divide himself when necessary.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
I would
You have fungal pieces that break off. It's
take
a
it.
division.
No, it's multiplication, but that's okay.
Right. So the ship's Wayne is pretty much the caretaker, not so much the navigator. Well, let's see.
But he could potentially uphold maps.
Well, perhaps that's the first place we should check then. That would be number 14. It's pretty close to where we should come up from here.
Okay.
All right, sounds good to me. Let's go take a look.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so do you guys go up the ladder out of the node?
Sure.
Oh, sorry. To explain to you, Micah, in the node, off to the left-hand side, there is a ladder that runs up to the other portions of the station. And
how long has it been since that initial fight, by the way?
by the time you finished with Chromat and what have you, probably give or take about 10 minutes.
Okay, so God, what am I down? I've just cast cantrips up to this point, right? So
To my knowledge.
I should be all set spell wise, and I've used.
Well, you definitely cast.
Shillelagh.
Which is
Well, it's a cantrip, but you
Yeah.
definitely cast.
No, I cast spare the
dying, so you're
Yeah,
at least
I did cast spare
down
the.
that spell slot.
So I think that's the only non cantrip spell slot I've used so far.
Yeah.
So let me just make sure I've got that marked off. Yeah, we can keep going. I'm just trying to figure out what spell level that is.
Yeah. From the top of the ladder last time after the window was detonated and everyone was dead, a guard did shout down to ask if everything was okay, and Zyden convincingly told that guard that everything was fine and that the alarm that had been set off was actually the dog's fault because he just sort of ran around and bumped the council.
Yep.
So.
Right. So, who should be first up the ladder, do you think?
Not me.
It definitely wasn't spare the dying. It was,
I'll go.
You didn't cast. I don't think it was spare the dying. It was.
It was whatever you cast to try and keep my body.
Gentle repose. That's what it was. Gentle repose.
Yep.
It's a second level spell. Okay, cool. Because I didn't want to reincarnate you without your explicit permission to change your character's race.
I recall. Yeah. All right. I'll head on up then.
Yeah, you're big.
Sweet. Give me an athletics check.
$16.
Yeah, easily enough. Again, a function-built ladder is not a terribly difficult thing. It is built for this purpose. So you easily work your way up. You do come to another wheeled hatch at the top of the ladder.
Yep.
So if you want to give that a crank, you can lift it up and head on out.
I do that, and I look out before I head up there.
Okay. Give me a perception check. And if someone is following him up the ladder, you can also roll an athletics check.
I will follow him directly.
Okay.
Soft 20.
Yeah. You see
21.
outside, just to the side of about 20 feet from the hatch, there is a wall inset with a large arch and steam rolling out of it.
That'd be the bathhouse.
And you see a tall cylindrical section across the way that appears to be done up in some form of white marbling. The exterior wall where the marbling stops between the marble and the bathhouse is all dark glass that, despite the almost opaque nature of it, you can see roiling on the other side the wall of orange flame that is the star beyond the platform. And it fills this atrium space in a glowing orange light that sort of glints and features off of all of the amber and somewhat golden fixturing throughout the space.
So the whole thing is lit by the star underneath. That's pretty cool.
You see maybe another 20 feet to the left of your hatch, a small a couple benches that face each other, essentially creating a small recreational sitting area. And maybe 100 yards or so, you see a small opaque bronzish amber cube that you suspect is the shipwain's office. You do see two guards seated in that recreational space, and another two walking away towards the center of the platform.
So what do you guys actually need, and where is it?
We need some star charts so that we can figure out where we are in this space ocean. And I don't know where it is, so that's fun.
That's why we're checking the shipwain's offices first.
All right. Let me go take a look in there, and I'll tell you if there's. We'll see if we can get them out of there. I'm gonna cast Disguise Self and make myself look like one of the guys from that we just myrtleated.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
That's a good plan.
That's a spell that I've always had. Continue.
And I not only have it, but one of my subclasses means I always have it prepped no matter what.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I also have a thing for this. A class feature, a racial feature that I never use.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh no, sorry. That's yeah. I also am gonna disguise self. Cause why the hell not?
I know there are a bunch of limitations on yours.
You may cast Detect Magic and Disguise Self with this trait using Wisdom as your spellcasting ability. Once you cast either spell, you can't cast it again until you finish your short or long rest. When you use this version, you can seem up to 3 feet shorter than normal, allowing you to more easily blend in with humans and elves.
Oh, for some reason I thought that you couldn't like change your skin color with the Furbolg one, but
Nope. The
all right.
the shorter, the weirder one is Hidden Step, which is a bunch of limitations on it, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm also going to disguise as a dead guy.
Yeah,
Why not?
I can't actually rationalize why you have Hidden Step. I don't understand the flavor behind why Furbolgs have that.
Because
they hide. They're secretive.
Yeah, they're fucking Fae. They're gonna be secretive.
Furbolgs are a weird hybrid of like Fae and giants.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
giant Fae.
Well, the 3 guys that you killed were all sort of bronze-skinned orcs. So you both cast Disguise Self. I believe you have to make a check when you cast it.
No, it's a DC against
I gotta. Okay.
our saving.
Yeah.
Sure.
I use Wisdom as my spellcasting ability for it.
I will point out though, the person has to make the check. The person has to actually have some reason to be suspicious.
Sure. Okay, then you so you do change, and suddenly 2 of the guys that Fira straight myrtleated are once again standing in the room. Mathus's effect is quite it's quite effective, given the armor and everything.
Well, I mean, with Disguise Self, you can recreate clothes, so theoretically, everyone could look that way.
Oh, I didn't.
It's literally you're literally just basically creating a hologram around your real body.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can actually make yourself seem like fatter, and like if someone
Up
like
to 3 feet shorter.
Well, you can normally Disguise Self is only 1 foot in any direction. But you can make yourself look fatter, and if someone tries to like touch your extra illusionary girth, it just pass through. But the funnier thing, I think, is you can make yourself seem skinnier. At which point, if they try and touch you, they touch your just invisible chub, like a force field around you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm uncomfortable on so many levels. Okay, so you 2 immediately change into very much what these guys look like.
Okay.
Well, if we're going stealth mode, shit, there are 5 of us.
Well, I mean, I was planning to just go into the office, see if the charts were there, and come back out. But if we all want to go in, that's fine too, I guess.
No, that's probably a good idea.
Maybe slightly more conspicuous, but
I mean, I do have a way to make myself and one other invisible. But your plan is probably the safest.
Well,
I like that plan.
for what it's worth, I can rather make myself inconspicuous if you can, in fact, guise another. I believe those 2 are, well, now wearing the faces of our adversaries. If you can hide the young lady, perhaps we could all travel with a degree of ease.
But, and I can't stress this enough, we absolutely do not have to all go into this room. And it will be much more conspicuous for all 5 of us to try and go into this room.
However, there is more of the boat and more of this place to explore. So you could go there, and some of us could keep going.
I guess we can split up.
It depends. I don't know.
I literally wasn't planning to go into the boatswain's office and like live there. I was gonna go in, see if there was anyone inside. If there was no one inside, I was gonna rifle through all his shit. And if there was someone inside, I was gonna come up with a really clever lie for why I need the star charts. And if he had them, great. If not, oops, I made a mistake, and then we leave.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea that you just live here now, just on the other side of the bars.
We are very much overcomplicating this caper.
You know what, Mathus? Go ahead. You can go up there, find out where the star charts are, if anything, and then we can go and get them together if need be.
So I go over to the 2 guards that are sitting outside the office that we're looking for.
Okay. Give me an athletics check just to get up the ladder.
Sure. What? Motherfucker. That's a 13. Where the fuck did my other die go?
Yeah. Okay. So you get up there. Zyden, I assume you came back down for that whole back.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, Mathus.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second. I missed that. I'm sorry.
So Mathus has gone up the ladder and is now approaching the 2 guards sitting in the little atrium seating area.
All right.
So the guards up there are also wearing the same matching orange armor and the headbands, and one is a sort of umber-looking tiefling, and the other is a brass dragonborn.
Hey, fellas.
Hey.
I was just sent over here to talk with the boatswain for a few minutes about some stuff. Routine.
Okay.
I go through the door.
Okay.
Unless they seem like they're going to stop me.
Well, mostly they're just kind of looking at you confused.
Why you would?
Because you just sort of approached them and said, "Hey, I'm going to talk to the boatswain," and then walked over and went into the office.
Fair.
I mean, they're standing guard. I assume they're supposed to just kind of check who's going in and out.
No, they're sitting on a couple of benches that are sort of like a.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. I wouldn't say anything to them then.
Okay. Yeah. No,
when you originally described it, you made it sound like they were sitting on either side of the door keeping guard.
No. They're sitting on either side of a couple of benches that are facing each other before you get to the office.
Gotcha. I just give them a "What's up, fellas?" and just walk by them.
Fair enough. So yeah, you push open the door, and the office is bisected by essentially a very short crossing section of hallways, and there just appears to be 2 doors immediately close to you and 2 doors on the far side.
Okay. No, shelves or storage or anything in this room, though?
It's actually they're 2 mini hallways that run across each other.
Oh. So this isn't an office?
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
The immediate door that you have walked inside is not, no.
Gotcha. I walk back out through the door I just came through, and I turn to one of the guys on the benches, and I go, "Hey, buddy, you know how to get to the boatswain's office? I've been down in the brig for so fucking long, I forget how to get around this ship all the time."
Roll me a persuasion check.
60.
You You a bit soft in the head.
I have been told that sometimes. Yes, I'm very sensitive about it.
Nah. You turn your ass around, you go back in where you were. You want to go down to the second door on your left.
I do that.
Okay, so when you open the door, you open it, and inside is a, to the right is, another, half-orc woman, and at a large desk on the other side of the office is sitting a, large minotaur man, with a tan fur and one patch over his eye. And he is squinting down at some paperwork where he is scribbling furiously with a quill. The young woman looks up from her little side desk. Yes? Can I help you?
Hello.
Now, apparently.
That was a choice that you made, and no one hoisted upon you.
Yeah. Yep.
Greetings, sir. I was sent in here to fetch some star charts. I'm not sure why specifically they sent me here. I would have thought that would be more a navigation thing, but they wanted me to check in with you for some reason. Maybe you had some information. Sorry, I got they were some very vague orders.
You should trust your instincts. It is observation. You don't want my room. I can tell you all about the boats we got up in here, but you're gonna have to go see the Seeker if you need star charts, whatever they're for.
I gotcha. Sorry, I don't normally end up running errands. Would you just... I know this is a big hassle, and I apologize, sir. Would you just be kind enough to give me some directions up to there?
Left and then right, and, watch the tentacles.
I left, right, and try not to be tentacled.
So when you exit the office, you turn left, and the central section of the platform actually raises up and comes to a more pointed ceiling with more glass that can actually see out to other stars. And the mouth of it actually opens up into a section that is clearly the front docking port to this station. There are essentially 4 slips that are accessible, one to each side of these large sort of bay inlets. And tied up at the far corner is a familiar-looking silvery, almost scale-covered ship. Give me an insight check.
Is it the chip that I came here on?
That's why you're making an insight check.
It's just like... probably not.
Actually, you would have advantage on this being who you are.
Still probably not. Actually, not bad with insight. 12.
It looks fairly familiar, and as you kind of look at it, though, you go, maybe
yeah,
not.
They've got a bunch of identical ships. I get it. Let's moving on.
Well, this, as compared to the one that you were on, you know that one had 4 masts, and this one has 2.
They have a bunch of really similar ships.
And then opposite the docks, there's a large crystalline feature in the center space. Past it, on the other side, are a pair of large golden doors, like double doors. And from flanking that inset space where those doors are a pair of stairs that go down to another pair of arched doorways that can roll out of the way.
Okay. I head down to there.
Down the stairs?
Correct.
Okay.
I follow the instructions I was given.
Sure. You hit one of the big arched doorways, and then I assume you roll it back.
Yes.
Okay. Inside, what you see is a large chamber, and a huge section of the chamber is inlaid with a large bronze disc, etched with intricate sigilling. And at the center of the disc is a large, high-backed chair, set with a ornate 3-foot topaz in the back. And the chair is faced away towards a large crystal window. And you see on the far side is the big swirling burning gas of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And orange light is being pulled out of the sun and through that crystalline window and is channeling straight over that chair and then streaming down into the topaz. And every 20 seconds or so, a pulse of orange energy spreads out and lights up all the sigils around the disc.
Is this where the directions led me?
I mean, you took a left out of the office and then a right.
Okay. And there weren't any instructions after that? Sorry.
He said avoid the tentacles.
Yeah, haven't seen any tentacles yet, so... then this room is a dead end. There's no other way out of this room.
It does not appear so, no.
I'll go sit in the chair.
Okay, then. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
I don't know. 18.
Yeah.
That is 4 less than the maximum I could possibly have rolled, so...
You just succeeded. Take 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
As you feel the energy of the chair slam into you, and hurls you 30 feet forward across the room.
Why the fuck would they... Why would they make it a chair?
Hold on.
That was dumb design.
You feel that energy still coursing around you and pulsing, and it crawls over your body and coalesces along the side of your rib cage.
Oh, excellent.
Currently a crystalline growth.
Mm.
And you watch as the topaz set in the chair cracks.
Oh no.
And the stream sputters and shimmers. And all of you back in the security node, the entire base is lit in sort of a warm orange light. Little sconces along the wall fill the room with a pretty reasonable amount of light. After about 20 minutes or so, you watch as those lights boom, and they reignite with a dim, almost thrumming dark orange light.
Well, that can't be good.
I don't know. Seems like it's probably good.
Mathus, your room is still pretty well lit. Mainly because there is currently starlight still being pulled through there.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly, what was a steady stream before is now a little erratic. Also, I need you to roll a concentration check. Or is disguise self-concentration?
It is.
Oh, well, never mind.
Lasts 1 hour.
All right.
Yeah. So, there's nothing else in this room for me to take, look at.
Not that you see.
There's sigils on the. Okay. I leave.
Okay.
And I go back to the group.
So, another 5 minutes or so, and then the hatch at the top of the ladder opens, and the boots come down, and a surly-looking orc in orange armor drops to the bottom of the ladder.
Welcome back. How was your adventure?
I got directions to an observation platform where there were supposed to be star charts. There was a chair with glowing energy. There were no star charts. I sat in the chair. Everything exploded. Now I'm back. I hate this place.
So that's why the lights pulsed.
Yeah. Can anybody heal me?
Oh, also, Mathus, on your return trip, you did see several guards all scrambling about.
Mm-hmm. I figured.
Given that you pretty immediately left, you did make it to the top of the stairs as some of them came rushing over, and they do ask, did you see anything?
Just the lights flicker. I don't know anything more about it than you do.
Oh, okay. Did anyone go down into the helm room?
Not that I saw.
Okay. To your stations, then.
Yep, head back to the brig now, just to make sure the prisoners didn't escape when the power short-circuited.
Good call. Good call. And then 4 of them all dash down the stairs that you had recently come from. So you've returned to the security node.
Okay, well, then I update what I said with, someone gave me directions to the observation platform. I actually went to the helm. I think I tried to pilot this space station. I got fried with some star power. My chest gem ate it, I think. I'm now not insignificantly hurt. And did I mention I hate this place?
You know, I think you might have mentioned it once or twice.
Oh, this can't be good. But at least you didn't get caught.
However, that set aside, there is a sailing vessel for the Astral Sea that is stationed up a little ways that I believe we could probably, the 5 of us, man. And I'm sure that has astral charts on it.
You're sure?
It's a ship. It has to, otherwise it wouldn't be able to... Oh, interesting.
Well, let's see. Do you think perhaps it could be in the room marked observation?
I can't read Celestial, so I apparently accidentally walked into the helm room instead of the observation room, so we could also go there. I will tell you that they've kind of scrambled the guards at this point, although they're probably on the way to the room where I accidentally blew everything up.
Well...
Also, I think I might have damaged the controls for this space station by accident, so we might be on a time frame now.
Great.
I mean, if that's the case, then everyone's going to be running around in a panic and won't really be looking for us.
Yeah, no, I think we should all go this time, because I just realized that I left behind the only 2 people who can read anything in the space station.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly planning on hanging around. It's been kind of a cavalcade of fuck-ups since we arrived here.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if anything, is just sort of fitting, but, you know.
Anyway, let's go get star charts.
First
I'm big into stealing that ship. But
that's fair, but we may
I'm down. Let's do it.
Back on the ship we came from for piloting it. Who knows? First off, and I pull up the map, I point to number 8. This one is labeled observation. Then I point to number 12, and this one is the helm chamber. That seemed like what you did? You went there instead?
I guess, considering they said that considering everyone was rushing to what they called the helm chamber, I guess.
Good job. Okay.
Did you say you damaged the helm?
Mm-hmm. There was a purple topaz, or not a purple topaz, there was a topaz sitting in the ground under a chair. I sat in the chair. The topaz cracked. I absorbed some sun energy. And now I'm here. Yep.
That,
Oh, how hurt are you?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, bud. What's your, come here. I think I have a thing for this. I think. Yeah, I definitely have a thing for this. About how hurt are you, bud? Like medium hurt or like real hurt?
I'm barely hurt. Not like overwhelmingly.
Say I could return to you anywhere between 1 and 3 d8s of health.
I would say 2 would probably be sufficient.
All right, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds as a 2nd level spell.
Cool.
Because it certainly does.
It also gets your ability modifier.
Yes, it gets 2d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, so 2d8 plus 5 healing. Which will be good for Tim. Tim is a hurt boy.
15.
Yes, he is.
Oh, it sounds as if you've mended him.
I am back at full health, yes.
Oh, cool. Tim rolled for that. I guess that works.
Yeah, technically it should be the caster rolling, but...
Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was quicker on the draw.
Still, in the future, let the caster roll it.
I'm not. I don't care that much.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's that done at least.
Cool. Let's go.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
Are we using that those hidden methods that were floated before, or
I mean, that's probably a good idea, but if they're running around out there and two of us are invisible, they may just run right into us.
Well, also, I happen to know for a fact that pretty much no one on the ship knows what anyone else looks like. It seems like. So, Zyden, if you literally just put on some guard robes, I don't even think you need to disguise yourself necessarily.
That's fair with how I look now, I guess.
Adafira, you said you have the ability to disguise yourself, so you should just do that. And then I think we should just slap some handcuffs on what's-his-face and just say that the tube that he was in...
No. Chromat was the one who said he can disguise himself.
I do have the ability.
My
you do?
statement was that I could make myself inconspicuous. It's not quite the same thing.
Right.
I mean,
what I'm saying...
whatever it is, it'll help.
I'm saying we could just slap some handcuffs on you, say that all of the storage tanks here in the basement failed, and that we need to go lock you up on the ship because it has a working brig.
Yes, but he was right next to the brig in the first place, so there'd be no reason to bring him up here.
Containment all right, hold on. How hard containment failed, so we've got to relocate him from the brig.
Correct.
I see what he's saying here,
Ah, okay.
because their brig's broken.
I suppose.
And if someone wants to just go ahead and blast the brig security before we leave here...
Are we at the brig?
Yeah,
Yeah, we are in
I
security.
smash it with a big old club. Just whatever control panel function that we used or whatever. I'm just gonna smash it with my big old smash stick.
Sure. Give me an attack roll.
I will. I'm gonna get real big and buff, and then give you a big old buff attack roll.
Okay.
So that's gonna be. Okay, so 18 plus 8 is 26. It's a hit. The stationary panel.
Yes. No, you absolutely hit.
Okay, so then hold on. Let me roll up the damage. Give me one of those and one of these. 8, 9, 10,
Did you pop your spores to do this?
I sure did.
Because you know that's the last one of your spores you have for until you take a long rest, right?
It could be, depending on what I've got in my inventory. Plus, they last like several hours, so I'm not concerned.
Well, I'm just saying we have to sneak around the ship after this.
Yeah, but the spores, are still disguised.
Yes.
I'll just go
wasn't
invisible,
sure if they-
whatever.
I wasn't sure if they made a cloud around you or whatever.
An invisible cloud. It specifies. Shit is imperceptible if I want it to be. So anyway, 16 plus 6 is 24 damage.
Yeah. Roll me a d20 and a d6 and tell me the combined result.
A d20 and a d6, you say?
Yes.
Okay, that's a 17 on the d20 and a 3 on the d6 for a total of 20.
Okay. So you go to town and you kind of smash the crap out of this thing.
I sure do.
I'm also gonna hide the bodies. Ah, shit! We should have ejected the bodies before we broke the thing.
You watch as the high security door at the far end of the cells proceeds to swing open, swing close, swing open, swing close, swing open, swing close.
There, broken. It's good enough.
I stuff the bodies into lockers.
Okay, give me a strength check.
You mean athletics check?
No, yeah, sure.
Like, strength isn't a skill.
No, but you can test the. You can give straight up and down strength saving throws. So
I mean, yeah, you can do a saving throw.
You can also.
It's just you can't. Yeah, but you can't be like proficient in those things,
Yes,
which kind of undermines. You cannot be proficient in just a raw strength check. You can be proficient in skill. No, you can't. There's no way in the game to do that.
You can be proficient in strength saving throws.
Yeah, you can be proficient in strength saving throws. And you can be proficient in skills and tools. Those are the three things you can be proficient in.
Just roll the athletics thing, or I'm gonna flush you into space.
It's a 12.
You work at it for a couple of minutes, and you get like the first guy that you stripped the armor off of away, and you kind of sort of press the second guy that that Chromat took armor off of away, but they're big orc fellas, and the lockers are not really conducive to it. And by the time you finish bending the lockers kind of out of shape to get the first two in,
I mean, if
hold
that's
on.
the case, I'll just go dump them in the cells. But my point is, I just want them to not just be here in the hallway.
Wasn't there like furniture around here in this office?
there was a table.
Were there chairs?
Yes.
Are we just gonna put them in
Could
the
we just
chairs?
sit them on the chairs and have them lean?
Just fucking Weekend at Bernie's this.
I mean,
well, some of them have giant shards of glass sticking out of their body.
and
So my point is that people aren't going to come down here and be like, look at all these dead bodies.
but if they're sitting at the table, they might not think that at first.
With giant shards of glass sticking out of them, I assume they're at least going to go, hey, are you all right?
Fair.
No, I think at least putting the bodies into the brig is probably the best option. But yeah, just concealing them in some way.
Okay, after several minutes, the hatch above does open, and a voice calls down, "Hey, is everything okay down there?"
yeah. What do you think is happening? We're stuffing a bunch of corpses into some lockers? Fuck is wrong with you?
We've had some malfunctions down here. I think we're gonna have to transfer a prisoner. We lost a bunch of the other ones. I think the power outage triggered the purge system.
Mathus, give me a deception check.
That's what I figured.
And Micah, give me a persuasion check.
You know what's fun? Negative charisma.
No.
I rolled a 29 on the deception check.
That's really convenient because I rolled a 2.
What's the total?
No, that is the total.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 3. The total is 2.
Oof.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20 plus my plus 9 to deception.
Oh, okay. How many prisoners do you need to move? I'll go get some men to come help you.
There's just one left. We have 4 people down here. I think that's enough. Could be wrong. I mean, we're
just one. There was almost 20 prisoners.
Yeah, and only one of them is still here. The rest are running around. Maybe we should go find them.
There was only one in secure holding, and after the power outage, regular holding was just empty, which is why I said I think it triggered the purge.
Okay. So, you still have the special project, though. You said the high security one was still there.
Yeah, he's awake and out of his tube, but we have him subdued for now.
You let him out?
What part of the system is broken? Dear,
Yeah,
are you
like-
not comprehending?
like,
We didn't let him out. He ended up out.
yeah, the tube opened on its own because it lost power.
You have his hands bound, yes?
Yeah, we got it. Just like you can come down here and check if you want.
Well, why aren't any of you answering when we're trying to hail you?
I think we got we had a window break down here when the power went out. I think it might have jogged us in the head hard enough that we might not be attuned to our circlets anymore.
Pause.
Yeah, I've been wearing that circlet for a while now. Have I like attuned to it so I can
if
hear
you
any
were
of
working
this?
on that, then yes.
Has it
Yeah,
been
no,
an hour?
I put it on as soon as it was an option.
Sure, you have to actively be making the effort to attune. You can say
Yeah,
that you
for
were
an-
doing that while Mathus was off doing
Oh.
his thing, though.
Yes,
And
yeah.
it takes 1 hour
Oh,
to attune to a magic item.
I treat attunement as 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it normally takes a short rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, can I be attuned to mine?
You were off and actively doing things.
I guess that's fair.
Okay.
I've been
yeah.
wearing mine
I
as well.
didn't realize I had to actively say that's what I was doing.
Oh,
so yes.
Then to back up, after several minutes of the body stuffing, I apologize. Nobody had indicated to me that attunement had been committed.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Same.
You hear over the as soon as you finish attuning to the circlets, you hear a soft instrumental, almost as if it's very far away. And periodically, over the music, you hear a voice raise up with various commentary. Hold on a second. So in the first, after you finish attuning to it, you manage to tune in to hear a service of Ulbrich Swallow complete. Service of Ulbrich Swallow complete. And then you hear someone in the middle of going, special today is sunspot tuna. Special today is sunspot tuna. And that's when the lights busted down and alert, alert. Malfunction
Sunspot
in
tuna
helm
is
room.
on the loose.
Malfunction in helm room. All guards in vicinity, please report. And after Mathus has returned and given you the update, you then hear several minutes later, as he's in the middle of stuffing bodies, a voice actually comes over, and you feel it as if it is directed closer to you. Say, detention, report in.
Detention, reporting.
Sabotage apparent in helm chamber. Confirm status of all prisoners.
Bad news. The power surge affected the control panel. I went out to check on the prisoners, and there was no one in the cells.
No one... Did any of them pass you?
No, there was a loud sucking noise before I went to check. I couldn't open the door until it ended.
The prisoners were exited?
I believe so. No one pushed any buttons like that. It was right when the power surge happened.
What? What about high security? Has anyone checked in there?
We did, in fact, check in there. The prisoner was still there, but his tube had emptied and he was coughing on the floor. We have him in cuffs.
Okay, we're sending a man your way. And then that guy shows up and they do the back and forth that they did.
I still give him the excuse that I got hit in the head with glass and my communicator thing got...
Yeah, that's fair. He did not actively ask that since someone did respond.
Hey.
A+.
Satisfactorily done, everyone.
Control indicated that well, your man was free, but wanted us to confirm you have his hands bound and he's gagged, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, whatever you're into, man.
Where are you escorting him to?
We're thinking we're gonna bring him over to one of the astral vessels and put him in one of the brigs over there. I know it's not perfect and they're not quite as secure, but we don't have anywhere to keep him over here right now that seems trustworthy.
Okay. I'll get a detachment to go prep the Swallow. Just, give me 10 minutes and then hail me before you're gonna move him.
Sure. You just as a precaution, you might want to get the ship fully ready to sail just in case we have to get this prisoner away from here. This could be some kind of incursion designed to free him.
This close to the star, a power surge like that is worrying.
Yes.
Tell me about it. I'll let them know. Sure.
Just in case we have to get the prisoner away from the base in order to keep him secure.
Sure. I mean, that'll be command's call, but...
I know it's not my place, but we've been doing this job for a while.
Yeah. Okay. So he shuts the hatch and he goes off again.
Well, that worked surprisingly well.
Those wearing circlets, you do hear a voice come back over the channel and go, begin a grid-by-grid search. Emergency messaging being delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take, before we head out with all of this, can I take 10 minutes to... How long have I been disguised self at this point?
It was about 25 by the time you were done fiddling with all the other bits, and then probably another 5 or so about half an hour.
Half an hour, all right. And getting back to where I saw that ship would probably take about another 15 minutes. Back that way.
The
whole round trip initially took like 25. So
sure, but you sort of stopped and talked to people and explored the downstairs room. Yeah, 10 to 15 to get back to the ship.
Sure, I'm just trying to manage my hour of looking like a dude.
You can probably, if you beeline it, like at just a steady walking pace, you can probably get to the docks in about 5 minutes.
All right. If everyone doesn't mind, I would like to take 10 minutes to attune to this armor. But if we don't have that time, then we can just leave.
I think we should... how long is it going to take for them to get the boat ready? All right, then
I assume it's going to take at least a few minutes for them to do that, and there's no point in moving him until that's ready for us to just get on and fuck off.
That makes sense to me.
And now that we know for a fact the boat is going to be, well, now that we suspect the boat is probably going to be ready to sail when we get on it, it should have the astral charts, unless I'm really misunderstanding how these boats work again, which would be annoying, but...
I will say one thing. We shouldn't leave without the longboat. Because if we're going to end up back on the Star Sapphire in one way or another, we should at least have their only lifeboat.
I mean, I assume the boat that we're going to have is going to have skiffs.
Wait, do they only have the one lifeboat?
Oh yes, you learned that last time.
Good lord, we got abducted by the most incompetent space crew.
Question that.
I mean, that makes sense considering we got abducted, but good, sweet Paylor.
I mean, we are literally bringing them, as far as I can tell, a better ship. I think they'll forgive us the dinghy we lost.
Look, I'll go get the dinghy and bring the dinghy back. You guys can go do the other thing with the other boat if it really comes to that.
How wise are you, Micah?
I have a 20 in wisdom.
Okay.
I'm wise as hell.
You know for a fact that you are a boy raised in the woods.
Yep.
And your familiarity with boats probably extends to the boat that you got abducted onto.
I'm pretty much the only person in the party that
I think
might
you're forgetting.
even be...
I think you're forgetting that I was raised in the woods by a semi-sentient fungus.
I mean, that's true, but that didn't exactly come with. Here's how the rudder of a space boat works.
You don't know about my boat knowledge.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's take him in the boat to the other boat. Does that solve everyone's conundrums with leaving the shitty skiff behind? We'll get in the skiff. We'll deliver the prisoner to the skiff. Or to the bigger ship.
That would be way more suspicious than something we've already set up.
I completely agree, but y'all seem stuck on the whole let's not leave the shitty skiff we don't need behind.
The more arguments we have towards we can't take the skiff, the more likely we are to leave it.
We should just attune the circlet and then we should leave. Can we do that? I don't.
Yeah, I want to
found ourselves in. Whatever the hell you're attune it. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't like this space jam.
Chromat, you are okay with this, right?
Chromat gets a vote.
Gets what?
Chromat gets a vote?
If we're cuffing him, I think he should get a vote.
We don't have to lock the cuffs in place. We just have to put... We can literally just make him look cuffed and make him look gagged.
The large Goliath man is very sympathetic because, I'll be entirely honest, after so long in captivity, the notion of being prisoner once again is not exactly charming. But
look, Crobat Samson, your options are put on the cuffs and go to the boat, or stay here. I don't care which one you pick, but that's what's happening.
Or we can go loud and just fight our way out. At this point, like, I don't care if we do these people any favors.
Admittedly, going loud and just acting like we're meant to be here might work for a little bit. So
I'm sorry.
100% not what I meant.
Zyden,
real quick, Zyden.
Means breaking the face.
Yeah, real quick, Zyden. What happened to you last time we were loud here?
I died.
Yeah.
But that was kind of not by choice.
Yeah.
Let's just skip over that one.
Oh boy. Okay.
I meant that going loud was not a choice, not the whole dying wasn't it.
I'm just curious as to which part of this process makes you think that'll work better the second time. I mean, I died the first time, but I bet the second time I tall down their security systems on me, it'll go fucking great.
By the way, I just have a timer running for 10 minutes of us arguing, because when we're done with 10 minutes of arguing, I'm going to say I'm done with this attunement.
Yeah, no. You by this point, the timer. Forget the timer. You eventually feel the vitality warm over you, and you have resistance to radiant damage.
Ooh, now permanently. Well, at least while I'm wearing this armor.
Yes.
That'll be helpful if I fight Fucko again.
Yeah. So you and the armor shifts and stretches and actually fits to your person very neatly. You also gain the ability to use the light cantrip.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
My only cantrip.
So, right around the same time, a voice actually comes over the two circlets. Detention! The detachment is ready at the boat. We're headed over to help you escort the prisoner.
Acknowledged. And not over the communicator. Guys, they are on their way.
Consequently, the other thing, just as a brief potential compromise, we could also just have Goliath, or we could also just have Asmar guy go invisible, and someone else could just look like him.
Okay.
Like Micah could just become him.
Can't cast disguise self again.
Oh.
It needs a short rest.
I could just become him, I guess. But I think the genuine article is personally the best, most foolproof plan.
It just seems like having him go invisible and having another person disguise himself as him adds more moving parts to a situation that really only requires, like, one.
Yes, no, I agree. I'm just saying to mitigate his uncomfortableness with potentially being imprisoned again.
I shall tolerate it, but only if you promise it will not be for a prolonged period of time.
Dude, it's not even for real. We don't have to lock the cuffs. Like...
Oh, well.
And yeah, we really hope it's not for too long.
I am in favor of this plan, then.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing out of our control is whether the B squad that comes down locks the cuffs on you. But honestly, my firm opinion, we should just wait for those guys to come down here, ice them, and then just go without them.
Huh. I mean, I'm sure that's an option, but is it a good one?
It's really going to come down to how many of them there are.
It seems to me that if they've got those same circlets, attacking them is probably a bad idea, because then they can just go, they're attacking us! We should probably let them...
We iced these guys without them saying anything.
Is everyone in space bad at their job?
Guys, before they knew that we were even here.
You did smoke them real quick.
Is everybody in the Astral Sea bad at their job?
Personally, I'm saying if it's like 3 or less guys and we have drop on them, where we will potentially get 2 full rounds of combat off on them before they can really do anything, I think we're probably fine.
Which we won't, because they know that they're coming to help us. Therefore, they know that we are here.
Right, but they're not expecting us to attack them.
Right.
Right, but they'll be ready to react because they're expecting this guy to be unruly. No offense.
That's fair.
None taken.
The thing is, they'll be wary against the prisoner and not wary against the guards. I understand the concept here.
Also, could someone cut me a length of one of those tabards?
What for?
Oh, that's true. He is just kind of dingle-dangle to the wind right now.
Wait, no, he already got
he's wearing
clothes.
armor.
Oh, right, he had underwear.
Him as soon as we came over here.
No, the gruff man asked for me to be gagged.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, he did.
Yeah. So we'll fasten a gag out of something nearby.
Just make sure that he can spit that out if he needs to.
Oh yeah, it's not really tied in the back. Just looks like it is.
Mathus, he kind of gives you the can't sign for that won't strictly be necessary.
I figured, but I gathered his main concern was he might not be able to do verbal components. But, yeah.
He sort of gives you the meh.
Whatever. Let's leave.
So the hatch comes open and
Okay, we're here. You can bring the prisoner up now.
Oh, well, since you've given us permission.
Got it.
Yeah, we have Chrome go up the... How's he gonna... So I've immediately found a problem with the idea that we're supposed to have him shackled already.
I assume one of you strength boys will carry him up the ladder.
I'll
Yeah,
roll a strength check.
I mean, wait, what? Like
Fira just comes over and like takes Chromat around the waist and attempts to just...
I did roll an 18, so...
Oh my god. What is your lift
just
carry?
throw him over your shoulder.
I don't know.
What's your strength?
12.
Which means,
+1.
which in fairness, does mean her maximum carry capacity is 180 units.
Yeah, and you're not
So,
like strictly... He's a live dude.
My question is, are other two companions disguised? Or are these guards just chill with these two other people out of...
I was gonna
I
say.
did cast disguise self, sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
That's why he's not talking.
Zyden, you should just switch to some. You should just switch to some guard armor, which is what I had originally said.
Yeah, I figured I would have put some of the orange armor over my blue.
Okay, they are both like full like leather armor. You are wearing one or the other. You cannot fit one over the other.
Why can't I wear two shields to increase my AC?
You actually can wear two shields. You can't carry a weapon at that point, but you can carry two shields.
I mean, you can. It's called the Shield of Faith spell. It makes a ethereal shield kind of dance around you.
Are you wearing...
You know, no. I'm gonna keep my armor on, and I'm gonna have the guard's crystal pendant right on the front there, so they say, "Hey, this guy has the key. He's one of the guards. It should be good." And I'm among all the other...
they said that our armor was conspicuous. Like, that was his main thing. Is like, they're gonna see your armor and they're gonna freak the fuck out.
Yeah,
I remember that conversation.
He very much did tell you that back on the boat.
Okay. Oh, right, because it has a symbol on it or something like that.
No.
Right. So I would have exchanged the armor.
Okay. What do you do with the other armor?
Good question. Because that was part of why I didn't want to get rid of it. I'm like, what do I do with it?
Put it in a locker?
I mean, I don't think we have any, like, bags of holding or anything, so I'm not sure.
My other idea would be that we also tied and shackled you, and then spin them a yarn about this guy who we also captured.
That seems like
no, that's
risky
iffy.
idea.
I do have the circlet on.
And that's
I know I can
remove.
take it off, but I've been the one talking to them over it.
That's a tough question for you to deal with.
How much does it weigh?
What, the blue armor?
Yeah.
13 pounds?
I mean, if it's studded leather, you should be able to somewhat fold it up and put it into like a bag. But
Okay, if that's the case, we can make a bag out of whatever if there isn't already a bag down here, or whatever bags we have.
I have
I don't know.
satchel in which I carry my things.
Yeah.
or even just carry carry the armor with you and just say, "This is all we found of this is all we found of the prisoners that were in the main
They might
holding area."
confiscate it then.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Well, let's try stuffing it in a bag first.
Okay.
All right, I'll shove it into my satchel.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't carry a lot of stuff, so
Your satchel is sort of awkwardly shaped now because it is like a fully balled up, studded, like leather armor.
oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go up the ladder.
And I'm carrying the dude, because that...
Yeah. Give me an athletics check at disadvantage.
A disadvantage? Oh dear. That's not a d20. Hold on.
You
Please
also
hold.
narrowly picked him up, so.
That was a d12 I grabbed. Hold on. That's gonna be a 20.
Like a. Yeah, okay.
Like an 18 plus 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Twice.
I mean, it's sort of weird to watch, but this sort of stumpy-looking orc manages to kind of one-armed, like, work their way up the ladder.
Magic tricks. Who knew, right?
You arrive and come out of the hatch at the top, and you see an orange-skinned, large, burly man, which you know to be a Goliath, only because you have recently seen one, although the skin shade is drastically different.
Mm-hmm.
And you also see, not that you met them before, but you see the brass dragonborn, and the umber tiefling, and you see a fourth figure previously unseen. It is a dwarf with a ginger beard.
When you said a large orange person before you finished that thought, I literally almost had a PTSD flashback.
Not quite that big. But I appreciate that you have considered changing your pants at that point.
Oh no. I almost went rogue on the plan.
Yeah, no. So I need the rest of you to just get... They kind of all look a little impressed as the stumpy orc just comes out of the hole with this guy on her shoulders.
So we all have to make athletics checks to get up the ladder?
Yes.
All right, I got an 18.
Cool.
21.
Yep.
4.
Okay. So the two of you get up easily enough. Mathus, roll me a dex saving throw.
Those I'm better at. That's a 16.
Okay. You manage to avoid absolutely cracking your face, but you get up a few rungs, and a sound for the rest of you that has become a little uncomfortably familiar in the last few hours. You hear a swoop.
It's almost like climbing up ladders is an incredibly trivial thing that failing at is really silly.
Yeah.
Then stop failing at it. I don't know what you want from me, man.
I will point out, it did just straight kill a guy, so...
I kind of get the role when you're hanging over.
He's not necessarily dead.
Yeah, you actually don't know what his status is.
Incompetent, largely.
Fair.
Anyway.
Yes.
Anyway.
You can give me another one.
Okay. That athletics check is a 21.
Yes, okay. So, collecting yourself and glad that everybody else had gone ahead of you, You briefly take one last look around this security node, and it's unpleasant memory that will probably stick like a bad taste in your mouth for a while, and you go up the ladder.
No, I think it'll stick like a fucking bad piece of glass in my ribs, but anyway.
That's not where glass belongs.
I agree.
Why are you being silly and putting glass there?
All right. So the four of them kind of spread out around you. Zyden, as you go up and join the rest of them, you notice that all of them are shooting you some very shifty looks.
All right.
The other Goliath kind of squares up shoulder to shoulder with you and
Square up thought.
kind of gives you like a long look. You been on this ship long?
Buddy, there's a time and a place for these conversations, and it's not when there's a giant fuck-off prison break happening.
I'm not talking to you.
Hmm.
Have you been here long?
No, I haven't.
Fair
Only got
shipping,
taken
okay.
on a few weeks ago.
He's a transfer from Cherub ship.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Who?
Not deception. Okay.
Me?
No.
Oh.
The guy who straight up did some name dropping.
He said some words.
15.
Where the guy looked confrontational before, he kind of clamps his mouth shut and just kind of looks from Mathus back to you, Zyden.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess if you're good enough for Cherub, you're good enough for us. Come on. And he starts walking off towards the center of the platform.
All right, and I keep going.
Okay. So for the rest of you that do now see this space, you see at the tops of the stairs, there are now pairs of guards very nervously looking about. And there's probably another 15 or so guards running between the cube at the far end of the platform, labeled 13. A few are darting up and down a ladder that similarly mirrors the far side of the room. Some are going in and out of the Swain's office and the Wayne's office. And some are running to and fro from the dock. As you approach, they do take you over to the only ship tied up on the dock. And Zyden, what's your passive perception?
12.
Okay.
Mine's an 18.
Okay. The lettering is very hard to read, but you do see a title along the side of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And while you can't really read it, with the context clues, you're pretty sure that says Ubrick Swallow.
Okay.
Was the request we made for the ship to be ready to sail at a moment's notice meant? I just want to know in case we have to take off from here for some emergency reason. We have star charts and rations and everything.
Yes, the ship's helm has been updated with our latest information, and your stores, your stores, uh, the ship's stores have been restored. If it becomes necessary, we can push off at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
It the ship is not accommodating to how many of us there are here, so to transfer us to one of the satellite locations would take time, and the ferrying would be troublesome. So let us hope we can repair the helm. But please.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm
Let's hope.
obviously our base with its incredible engineering isn't going to flounder. But I was more concerned that somebody might be trying to get this prisoner, and we may need to transfer them to an alternate location while the threat is dealt with.
A worthwhile concern. It does appear that some kind of damage was done to the platform's helm. Whatever it was potent. If the helm had been any weaker, I do believe we could have been quite adrift.
Why the fuck is it shaped like a chair?
So
Because where else would it be driven from?
We'll keep guards posted down here, and the crew is on board. They can take him into holding.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. We get up onto the ship.
Sure. So you go up a long sort of streak silver gangplank, and you pass through an archway about halfway up the hull of the ship between two of the long sort of metallic scale fins that cover the exterior. And as you step through the archway, you see, and this is very familiar to one of you, long orange cording that runs along the ceiling and glows with a faint orange light. Every 20 feet or so, it's kind of sectioned off in this arched hallway that goes out and across the better part of 200 feet. And there's another hallway that runs across about halfway. And you notice that there are two archways close to hand just inside.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any part of this like journey to drop him off in the brig that we end up being alone, just like the five of us?
Mm-mm.
So as you come inside, one very sort of tannish brown lizard folk approaches from inside the hallway. Your accompanying detachment stayed at the bottom of the gangplank.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, you must be the prisoner transfer.
That's us.
Just as a quick note, when I cross the gangplank, how is it attached to the ship?
It is set with large metallic gear fixtures, and two large prongs are hooked in the gears as if it sort of can be. You ever seen like the crank fasteners on like tie downs?
Yes, I get it. It's like a gear fork configuration.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. Not ideal for kicking this thing free if we need to make out of here in a hurry.
To be fair, that is what the other one looked like too.
Yeah, no, I know. I was hoping that this smaller ship might have a more rudimentary design.
It does not.
Yeah, I figured.
The rest of you also notice that the gangplank is like sequenced so that it appears to be like in 4 segments. And as you go up the gangplank, the segment appears to get marginally larger and larger.
All right. So what do we do at this point?
This way. I will show you to holding.
All right.
He walks you down and he passes the center hallway, which when you look to your right, you do see a series of archways that go down the left-hand side. A smaller one, a larger one, and then a smaller one again. And you also notice running along the right-hand side of the long hallway is a long window. And through the window, you can actually see back outside to the runner of the dock.
Okay.
He walks you down past the central hallway. You also see off to the left-hand side, the hallway goes back about 50 feet or so, and then hits a large archway. All the archways are covered with doors, by the way. And so he walks you to the far end of the hallway, and he takes you to the archway on the left. And he presses his hand to a little, sort of smooth section of the door, and it just rolls out of the way. And you see inside a room with a metallic ring along the outside, and a large sort of sandstone floor, and 4 metallic discs set in the wall. And Zyden, you recognize that the little markings on each disc just say 1 through 4 in Celestial. And actually, Fiora, you can read those as well.
How big are these discs?
Maybe 1.5 times the size of a hand.
So like a vinyl.
Yeah, I'm not even quite that big. But the lizard folk waves you inside.
I'm gonna go ahead and follow him inside, I suppose.
Yeah. As he walks you inside, he walks over and he pushes the third one from the right that says 3 on it. And the archway door rolls closed behind you. And then, in a sinking sensation that is familiar to Mathus, the sandstone floor descends.
We're in the spell-evator.
And it goes,
Oh dear Lord.
and it goes down a floor. And then the door rolls back open, and so he walks you back out into a matching crossing hallway. When he walks you back down, you look to your left, and as opposed to the long hallway with 3 doors from the floor above, this one goes about 20 feet and then turns into a large archway covered by a door. But he turns you to the right, where the aft archway was, but there are now 2 doors to the left and right, and he immediately walks you into the archway on the right. And inside is a series of 4 cells in a small glassed-off room.
Are all the cells in here empty?
Yes. You can probably make the deduction that they had made port here.
Yeah.
And anybody who may have been a prisoner here
probably just got shot out the airlock.
Probably just got jettisoned into space.
Yeah. I feel bad about that, but I don't know why Zyden did that.
Why'd you murder all those people, Zyden?
It read exit all. That doesn't mean throw them into space.
They exited.
They not only exited the ship, they exited this entire plane of existence.
That sure was 20 people that got jettisoned into the Astral Sea.
You pardoned them from being alive.
They exited this mortal coil.
Said, this will not open all the doors. This will open all the floors.
Yeah, you feel like there would have been a warning there, but you know what? This ship
there wasn't even a message that popped up saying, "Are you sure?"
Listen, evil empires don't have OSHA. We've established that.
Right.
They certainly don't have guardrails. Have you seen the Death Star?
So the lizard folk gives a wave to two tieflings who are chilling out behind the glass, and
they're chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
Yeah. One of them reaches over and presses something out of sight. Although, given that you've now seen the security node in the platform, you would venture a guess, because as they reach out of sight and touch something, the bars disappear from one of the cells.
I break from the group and I go over to the command center, the command console, and I kind of lean into the tiefling that's just opening and closes the cell. Hey, can you give me a rundown in you guys' command console? They're all a little different.
Is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is jettison. Is feed tube. Is water tube. Is lights for sleepy time.
Cool. You guys should really fucking label your jettison button. We've had a couple of fucking close accidents over on the.
It says exit all.
Listen, we've had some new people come through the fucking ward on the base, and they've gotten pretty fucking close to hitting that button.
No one should be anywhere near council without training.
Yeah, hey, sometimes you would be surprised the type of people who manage to slip by fucking basic training, am I right?
I mean, you're not wrong.
I go back to the group. I assume the lizard folk that is with us is still with this group?
Yes, he's actually taking Chromat by the arm and walking him into the cell.
Okay. As soon as he gets a few feet away from us, I lean into everyone and I go, as soon as we have the minimum amount of people we think we're going to have in this room, we should just knock them all out, throw them in cells, and just start gradually taking over the ship.
I think that timing is now.
I wasn't sure if the lizard folk guy might leave. That's the only reason.
Give me a stealth check.
To whisper?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured. I said I waited for him to get.
I know. That's why you're getting to make a check as opposed to he just fucking hears you.
Well, luckily I'm good at this and I get a 22 because the minimum I can roll is an 11.
Yeah. You oh so subtly are just like.
Also, I thieves canted a little bit to. I thieves cant the plan to Chromat.
He looks very nervous to be getting put in a cell, but he kind of gives you the nod.
And then we launch him into space.
Yeah, and then exit all him.
So my plans got delayed so I can stay later.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, I was actually...
Well, I mean, not fantastic.
No,
it's a thing that happened.
I'm sorry, but yay for us.
Yes.
What are your plans?
None of your business.
Fair enough. All right.
What are your plans?
Are you going to get high and see cats with somebody else?
At 10 p.m. on a Monday? No.
Anyway,
That's the only way to see cats, though. Sorry. continue.
so as Cromac gets walked into the cell, the bars
He's
do
not.
go up, and the lizard folk sort of wanders back.
Well, would you like me to show you back to the platform?
I was under the impression that we were supposed to be guarding this prisoner on the ship because, like, I was given very specific instructions that if this guy goes missing, it's my head.
Oh, give me a
Deception. I'm lying.
yeah.
I'm lying.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, all right. Give me deception.
Entirely. Like,
Well, I mean, you are trying to protect it. There were components to the...
of the lie, yes.
That is also a 29. I am doing really well on deception checks.
Yeah.
Okay. I have other matters to see to. If you need help, we're on the station. We're linked with the station.
He actually reaches up and taps a circlet on his own head.
We're linked with the station helm for the moment, so we can pick you up if you need anything.
Fira nods.
Okay.
And he just kind of shuffles out of the room.
So there are now just 2 people in the command console?
Correct.
How do we close? Did you establish how to close the door so that no more people can get on the boat?
No, I have not figured out how to retract the game. That, I assume, would be probably on the helm.
I'm going to go
if it is a
investigate
thing that you can...
the helm.
Well, I think we should knock these guys unconscious. And then stuff them in cells.
Suppose.
I am going to go back into the command console for the prison area.
Yeah. For the record,
and
it's I mean, there is like one door and
yeah, it's just a glass screen. I get it.
Yeah, the actual like command like office, to loosely call it, is a 5x10 room. Like the 2 of them kind of sit in there.
Sure. I kind of stand behind them and just sort of like lean in and I go, "So, where are you guys coming back from? Where'd you guys make port from?"
Oh, hold on a second. I have to go find my notes.
Can we fill in whatever they say later, and I can just now stab?
Yes,
Well,
do the thing.
Cudgel them both in the back of the head.
I mean, I was going to hit them both with a big old smashy spell, but whatever you're going to do is going to be great too.
I mean, we're all gonna get to act on the surprise round, so.
That is true.
But I have a strict feeling that one of them probably will be unconscious sooner than that.
Bold of you to assume these things.
All right, the first one to hit is a nat 20. The second one to hit is a... What's my bonus? Where's my bonus? +7. That's a 15. And the third one is also a 15.
The 2 15s miss, but the net 20 hits.
Cool.
I would
All right.
Yeah, we are on our way back from Dreamscar.
18. Quick math, about 40
Wait, what?
damage.
What did you
Wow.
hit them with?
Sneak attack.
Oh, right, sneak
Oh.
attack dice.
And also, because I'm a Gloomstalker Ranger, I get an extra D8 on the first attack I make every combat.
Ow.
Or the first round of every combat. Which I guess technically we're not in combat yet, but I'm sort of just counting the surprise round as the first round of combat.
Yeah.
Sure are.
But yeah, I miss with the other guy.
Yeah. It's two tieflings. There's sort of the one talking to you further from the door, or the one talking to you is next to the door where you sort of came in by, and then there's the one further in the room. It's at your discretion which one you
Makes no significant difference to me. I know nothing about them to threat assess them by, so.
Okay. Then for the poetry of it, yeah, we are on our way back from Brimska. And that man, that tiefling is unconscious on the council.
Unconscious but not dead.
That's a key distinction.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, well then.
Unless Mathus.
I'm not specifically trying to murder these people. No.
Okay.
I kind of just bash him with the pommel of my rapier.
Right. He is unconscious. The other one goes and is immediately grabbing for his sword.
Cool.
Well, you actually the rest of you get to do things.
Cool. So there's two of them there, right?
Yes, but one of them has put his head down and has not sat back up.
Okay, cool. I'm going to use one of my fancy new spells.
Oh boy.
I'm going to need the unconscious guy and the not unconscious guy to make some dexterity saving throws. Also, who else is in a 20-foot cube?
From them, Mathus.
Can I angle it? Can I shift it so that it doesn't hit Mathus?
Only if you plan to hit yourself.
All right, instead,
Okay.
10 feet wide. That works. Are they, Can I angle a line through the both of them that doesn't hit Mathus, provided that line is 10 feet wide?
Yes.
I'm standing literally right behind them, so
Sure, but he
you would blast the console, though.
Yes.
Yeah, but, I'm sure the console can take a hit or two.
We do not want to hurt the console.
I don't know. The previous console didn't.
You don't have time to talk about this.
All right, one last question. Is he wearing any armor?
The guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They all have
Oh,
matching
cool.
armor.
Oh, cool. Well, heat metal.
Oh, okay. Sure. What's my save against that?
There is no save against that. You take 2d8 fire damage.
Oh, God. Okay.
Because you're wearing the armor.
Yup.
And armor takes 10 minutes to take off. So
No, I understand.
Well, light armor doesn't.
He's busy with the, hey, you just knocked my friend out, and is trying to grab his sword out.
That's adorable. Take 14 points of damage.
Ow!
You do hear, as just steam starts to pour from his body. Is anyone else doing it?
Oh, you know what? I can cast that as a 3rd level spell. Let's add another d8 of damage.
Yeah, go for it.
No boy.
Okay, cool. So, I said 14 before?
Uh-huh.
It's actually 19.
Also, hilariously, he has disadvantage on ability checks, which means if he makes it to initiative, he will have disadvantage on initiative.
That's important to know. Well,
Yeah, as long as he is in contact with the object, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw to drop it if he can, which he can't.
he can't.
And then he has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks while he is in contact.
Huh.
What I really want to do is get somebody who's got like a metal plate in his skull and then hit him with heat metal.
You're disgusting. I also think you need to have visual to what you're hitting. Anyway, so there is steaming, hissing, searing, and he is uncomfortable.
Hmm.
All those little studs on his leather armor are getting very hot.
Anybody else?
There's still one that's standing, right?
Oh yeah. He's currently smoking as though he is igniting from the inside, but he is...
I'm cooking him.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the only one that's left up, like upright.
Yeah, there are only two.
Okay.
Yeah, there are only
Thought
two.
There were three.
No, we waited for the lizard guy to leave. That was why I stopped us from immediately just nuking these guys as soon as we walked through the door.
I have a question.
Yaha.
Hypothetically speaking, if I was to attempt to charm this guy with charm person, would it be effective? Because it does say it is charmed until somebody does anything harmful to him. However, it would have been in effect after he started being burned to a crisp alive from the inside
You
out.
get the impression that he's probably going to continue to burn alive.
Right.
So it probably would not be effective for very long.
Well, but like honest, like out of character question, like I don't know if it would be effective at all at that in that situation.
It would be a very ill-timed spell, because if he goes on his initiative order, he's going to immediately take more fire damage, and it's basically just going to be a waste of a...
And also he has advantage on the save because we are currently fighting him.
Yes.
Fair.
Yeah.
Which balances out with the Oh no, sorry, saves, not
Yeah.
ability checks.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna try and whack him with pull out my quarterstaff and the. Actually,
Does quarterstaff have reach?
It does
No, it's
yes,
versatile.
it does.
What?
5 foot. with
Quarterstaff?
reach.
No, it's
5 foot
it
is
has-
normal.
5 foot.
But it has reach. Mine has reach.
Almost. Oh, if yours is special, then maybe. But I'm almost certain
It
normal
has reach on
quarterstaffs do not.
5 feet on my thingy.
I'm actually pretty
Oh.
sure quarterstaffs do have reach.
They do not. They have the versatile property, and that is it.
No.
They're
You can look at my
D6
character
one.
sheet.
So
And
that
you
means you
can
can hit
see-
somebody from 5 feet away, which is adjacent.
Correct.
Reach of 5 feet means you can hit someone within 5 feet of you.
Oh, so like
Gotcha.
normal reach.
Yes, that's where the disconnect is coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, the reach property means you can hit somebody who is an additional 5 feet.
She's
of
not
open
gonna
space.
do. She's gonna make a. Fira's not
You
gonna
get-
do anything.
You get a whole turn on the surprise round. You can move and hit them.
Yeah.
I just
The
happen to
problem
already.
is that, and she's aware of this problem. Like she's conscious of this problem. Is that the minute like. Oh no! I can't.
The minute
read.
that snacks are crinkled.
Well, no, she has disguised self up, so she's like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, that doesn't go away. Never mind.
No, yeah, disguise self is not a concentration spell.
Cool.
That is,
Crossbow.
that
it
is the
is.
only. That is the only reason that Micah is still.
Crossbow. It is.
Okay,
There
so
we go.
you step to the door, you kind of lean around, and from about 10 feet away, you're just like, hey, what up?
Sup, nerd?
Yes. That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, roll damage.
Again, I need to find the right die because I was ill prepared apparently. That's gonna be 8 piercing.
Okay. He takes it in the shoulder. Zyden, are you doing anything?
Ooh, these guys are healthier than the ones that were on my previous ship.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right. I was
Maybe.
gonna. Shit.
I don't think any of them survived 20. He's taken 22, so at least marginally.
He is also a tiefling.
Oh, that's true. He has resistance to fire damage. That's fair.
I'm not very close to him right now, am I?
Nope.
But I have line of sight.
Yes, through a window.
Would it be easy to get an uninterrupted line of sight? Actually, interrupted doesn't really matter as long as there's just empty space between.
Everyone else has, so I would have to assume so.
Okay, yeah, so I'll move over so I'm not seeing him through the window and blast him.
So anyway, I start blast.
Okay. For the record, you basically have to shoot over Fira's shoulder to accomplish this, so if you roll low, you are at risk of shooting your party member.
Yeah, that's
So just don't roll low. It's easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a 18 to hit.
See, I told you it was easy.
Yeah. Roll damage.
Is this the warlock thing? Are you doing the warlock thing?
He is doing the warlock
Yes,
thing.
I'm doing the warlock thing, and that's 9 damage. 9 radiant damage.
Yeah. So as he takes the crossbow bolt in the shoulder, he very weakly tries to get halfway to his feet to try and rally an attack against this assault on his person. And as he stands up, a bolt just flies over Fira's shoulder and takes him right in the face, and he slams back against the wall and just goes slack on the floor.
There we go.
I'm gonna go to the upstairs.
First, we should.
Well, let's free Chromat.
Yes.
You actually turn, and as you all finish that, you actually see Chromat standing next to you.
Ooh. Gotta put a bell on this guy.
Oh.
So I see we are beginning the espionage component of our plan.
I would argue that this is concluding the espionage component.
Yeah,
the
we're about to
espionage
go.
component was getting on the boat without them realizing we were going to kill them.
We've got about 5 minutes of disguised self left, so yeah, we're about to go loud. I have a feeling.
Okay.
You know, I'm really struggling with the fact that my character is chaotic good, and I am very over these people because I'm tempted to just drag these people into the cell and hit the exit all button, but I think I'm just gonna leave them in the cell.
I haven't stopped cooking this one guy. Like,
Oh yeah, no, he's like doing a simmer.
Yeah, maybe stop.
Well, also, unless Zyden told me otherwise, that one's not breathing.
Well, he would still have some rounds of death saving throws. We did his entire health in overkill damage.
No, but enemies immediately die unless you specify non-lethal.
Oh yeah, that was intended to be non-lethal.
That's a rough homebrew rule.
Nope, that is in the book.
yeah, that's
No, it's not. In the book, you have to go negative equal to your health.
That is for players.
Well,
not
for players, not
monsters.
for enemies.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's actually rules as written.
It was intended to be a blunt shot, not a piercing shot.
Cool.
Well,
For
then he's still
just to use words, even if they don't particularly apply.
Look, is he dead or not?
I mean,
No.
as he continues to sear, he kind of pop and twists and then convulses and then stops
Yeah,
breathing.
that part might kill him.
Whatever.
Awesome.
If you want to kill these guys, I don't
Animate
care.
dead.
Okay.
What?
Now we have a zombie crew member for a little while.
You can actually get both of them if you kill both of them.
Oh, can I? Does it let me do
Yeah,
two?
it's up to 2, I think.
Casting time 1 minute. Choose upon those a corpse.
Or you might have to over.
No. Let's see. That's 2 additional.
Yeah, maybe it's overcasting. It makes it more.
Yeah, because it says if you cast it as a 4th level spell, you can get
You
two
get 2
additional.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it starts
I
with
thought
one, and then
I
it
thought it
becomes
was 2 as a base. But...
I have to pause because I don't understand. This article headline is mind blowing here. Sorry. The guy who organized Firefest, who almost blew a guy for a case of Evian water, is the new face of Evian water.
Oh, God damn it!
Hey, look, dude knows what he's about. Scamming people, and giving blowjays for very specific brands of water.
Anyway,
so
happy endings exist, guys. That's what matters.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make this guy into a Zambambo.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I take the one not murdered guy and dump him in the cell then.
Okay.
Now I only have access to the spell because of my circle of spores.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go ahead and make it real gross. Sure. If you'll allow me a little bit of creative license here.
I have no complaint.
So, because it takes me a minute to cast the spell, and I'm like, I'm gonna get us some additional muscle.
Mm-hmm.
I lay my hands on the dead guy, and those spores that you see when I use when my noxious spore cloud hurts people, sort of glow and seep into the body, going in through its eyes and ears and nostrils and mouth. Twitches, and a of full glowing blue mushroom caps start to grow out through his ears and his head and various throughout his body as I resurrect him as a horrible mushroom zombie.
Gross. He just turned into an extra from The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Dude.
Shut up.
Yeah, there is now a mushroomy tiefling corpse.
He's my friend.
You have friends?
Oh my.
So, yeah, Mathus, you hit the key from one of the cells and the bars disappear, and you drag the unconscious one in there, and then you jam the button again and the bars go back up.
Cool. Let's go, let's steal the ship.
Yeah. Figure the zombie probably knows how to drive this boat.
That would be true if it was a sentient zombie.
It just
Does
says
not remember anything. You have changed its creature type to a completely different creature.
I don't know. It says it understands all languages it spoke in life. So
yeah, but I think it has an intelligence of like 2 now.
3.
We have a bit of a concern before we even get to that part. Do we know where the wheel of the ship is?
Up.
Well, all the signs are written in Celestial, so one of y'all can figure that out, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't speak
By that,
that
I
one.
mean you.
The helm is one of the few places that I didn't go on this ship. A ship like this the last time I was a guest, so no idea. I do know that there's probably a communications array that has a shiny crystal and some mirrors somewhere in here, but and there's like a big central energy hub that has like a bunch of cabling in it that we probably shouldn't fuck with if we're planning to leave.
So, perhaps...
Hey. Yeah, so let's just... I mean, this boat's not very big. It can't take us that long to find it.
I mean, then let us be on our way, yes?
Yeah.
So you head back outside?
Micah, do you have Pass Without a Trace?
I sure do.
That might be helpful for us bum rushing people without them noticing us.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I will cast Pass Without Trace on all of us, because that's how that one works.
Mm-hmm.
Now my zombie's a sneaky zombie.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah.
Does it really go? It doesn't really go up to 6 people. It's amazing.
It's not a number of people, it's whoever...
Oh, it's just 30
each
feet.
creature you choose within
Wow.
30 feet of you.
Yeah.
Shit.
it's
All right.
ridiculous.
So hypothetically, a fucking lot of people
Good lord. I'm so stealthy now.
have a whole fuck-off battalion of stealth zombies.
I mean, you could have
I
like 24 kobolds.
Yeah, I mean within 30 feet of you, that's
Oh, actually, in both directions. So
yeah, it's six squares in every direction, so
like,
yeah, it's a
24
and it's centered on you, so it's actually 13 across total. Yeah. So
yeah,
it's
no, I
like-
could have an entire...
fuck off like 400 kobolds.
I could have an entire battalion of stealth zombies.
Disgusting. Okay, anyway. So you head...
yeah, so we're just gonna sneak around this ship fucking Agent 47ing everyone we come across.
Okay.
Dressing up like a clown and then drowning them in a toilet.
So you head back out.
A lot better than dressing up as a toilet and drowning them in a clown, I'll tell you.
So you go back out into the hallway. There's a large archway to your right. Another standard archway directly across from you. And then if you go back down to your left, there's the intersecting hallway and the large archway at the far side.
Hmm. Oh, you know what? Can I make him a skeleton instead? It says I have the option between the two. I'm going to make him a skeleton instead.
Sure.
I want his... So, to addend that previous scene a little bit,
Uh-huh.
a skeleton rips itself out of the body of this man. And the
Sits up out of its
skeleton it just sits up out of its flesh, and it's got some glowing mushroom stalks coming out of its eyes. Out of its eye sockets,
so
where
it's
its eyes
not
should be.
zombie, it's controlled skeleton. Pretty good.
Yes.
It's
His skeleton hatched.
Yeah. And is now sort of covered in a slightly bioluminescent moss.
cool.
I
Let's
say that entirely because the skeleton gets a better stealth check.
It's fair.
with a +10.
So anyway.
The zombie was operating on a -2 to start.
I guess that's fair.
All right.
Cool. Let's. Is there? Is there? Can we go back to the elevator?
Sure.
The elevator doesn't have any signage. This is a question to the people who read Celestial. The elevator doesn't have any signage anywhere on it that indicates what's on each floor, does it?
Well, this inscription over the arch reads lift.
Yeah.
No, the buttons just say numbers.
What floor are we on?
I believe he pushed the 3 when we stepped on.
And how many are there?
The 4?
4.
Okay, well, I generally speaking have been to the bottom floor of one of these ships before, and it's just a big hold. The one that I was in was full of dead bodies. I don't know what theirs will be full of, but I imagine it will not be full of the helm, so I say we go up, because I'm going to guess that the helm is either going to be on the top floor or one floor down from the top.
Hold on a second. I have to check something.
Is it what's in the hold of this boat?
No, I know that piece of information. No, I was checking a passive perception, because at that point, Chromat pipes up and goes, well, if you're looking for the helm, it said that over the big arch just back the way.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So let's go that way
We're
then.
there then.
Everybody stick close in my spooky shadow.
That's in the spooky zone.
Cuddle up real good with Jeremy. Jeremy's the skeleton.
Okay, I was going to ask.
I named him Jeremy.
So Chromat points.
Say hello, Jeremy. Just rattling and clacking noises.
Gross. You do go back, and at the crossing hallway, the bow direction archway, the large archway, is the one that Chromat points to and says, that one says helm, which Zyden, you kind of missed it as you were going by it, but now that he points to it, you can distinctly see etched into the top of the archway is a bit of celestial runing that says helm.
Oh, there we go.
Stanky. Let's go inside.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. If you're being stealthy about it, I need everyone to make stealth checks.
I'll roll for Jeremy.
That's fair.
Well, I rolled a 3.
And that's
Like,
plus
which- like a-
10.
Which I
That's
mean,
plus
which
for the pass without a trace, right?
which means I get a paltry 23 on my stealth roll.
And I have a 22.
My roll is a. Let me just look at my modifier. 23 out of a possible 23.
Well done.
And my good friend Jeremy got a. Sorry, that's 10 plus the number he rolled plus his modifier. The modifier on a skeleton is. Give me a second. It's right here.
Also, is yours 23 before the plus 10?
Oh, sorry, 33.
Yeah.
Jeremy got a comparatively paltry 22.
I also got a 23 after that 10.
So we're all either 23 or 22.
Chromat.
Well, no, I have a 33.
Yes.
After the plus
okay.
10, I have 33.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you roll back the door into the helm chamber, and inside is the lizard folk from before, and a bald, orange-skinned man with very elongated features, sort of a pointed chin and ears. None of you have ever seen a creature like him before, and
Cool.
he is actually down on his knees around another large brass disc, and towards the back of the room is another large chair, inset with a smaller but moderately sized topaz, and wiring runs from the chair into the ceiling. And all of the wires glow with that same orange pulse that runs throughout the ship.
I'm going to get my stuff out, and I'm going to run over and make that guy unconscious.
Okay. Go for it.
I assume I get advantage because I am very stealthy.
You sure do.
That is an
None of them have a
18
better
to
than
hit.
20 passive perception. 18 definitely hits.
Okay. That's going to be on the first attack. 27.
So you walk up
27.
behind him, and you
just butt him in the back of the head, and he folds like cheap furniture.
Yeah, I figured.
He gives out a and then immediately falls face down, and the lizard folk is like,
Usak, what did you say?
and he's starting to turn around.
Jeremy shoots him with his crossbow.
Why does
Short bow.
No, that's me. I have the crossbow.
Because skeletons have a short sword and a short bow.
Well, they have whatever the guy had on.
Oh, okay. That's just what it has listed under skeleton.
Yeah,
What does Jeremy have for weapons?
He has a scimitar and 3 throwing daggers.
Okay, cool. He's gonna charge and just scimitar slice this guy.
Okay.
Just out of the darkness, a screaming blue mushroom skeleton swings at him with a scimitar. I don't know. Just my clacking skeleton.
Well, actually, if that's the case, how much of my movement did it take to get to the first guy? Because I also.
About 20 feet.
How far am I from the second guy?
He's sort of across the room at a whole other display, so a good solid, like, 50.
You know what? I can still make that work because I can dash as a bonus action. And I have 40 movement on my first turn of combat.
Okay.
So I also will take a crack at him for 16 to hit on my second attack.
16's gonna miss.
Okay.
Jeremy.
I don't know what the scimitar has for an attack bonus.
It's gonna be whatever his
Strength, probably.
Okay.
Actually, scimitar, I think.
They can be strength or dex, but
Yes.
it's probably going to be strength for.
Well, Dex is better for me.
Is it better for the skeleton, though?
Yeah, it's better for the skeleton. The skeleton has 14 Dex and 10 Strength.
Then yes, it's
Okay.
whatever your dex modifier is.
So
Woo!
plus-
17 to hit.
Well, I would probably. Is it proficient with whatever melee weapon that it
Yes,
has?
it carries over its proficiency.
Yeah, so it'd be +4 total.
Okay, so 19 to hit.
Yes, you hit.
Yeah, what damage does it do? I don't know.
I think it's a.
What's a scimitar?
6 plus your dex.
Yeah, it's a 1d6.
Cool, that's going to be 6 damage.
Okay. He is still up and.
So for my turn, I'm going to club him.
Okay.
Everybody running and beat the hell out of him.
A screaming skeleton runs out of the shadow and slices him, and then a screaming furbolg runs out. His friend, a guard, runs out of the shadows with a glowing club.
I don't think he's recognizable by his skeleton.
No, me, because I'm.
Yes, he's still.
I'm still
true.
disguised as stealth.
We do still, I guess, have a few minutes of this guy's stealth left.
Oh dear. Oh dear, my friend.
Oh boy.
That's gonna hit. I'm just gonna roll the damage.
Okay.
So that's a
high did it
D8.
hit?
Well, that's a D8 and a D6.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna roll both of those dice a second time.
Okay.
That hit.
So
It hit a lot.
Very hard.
I see. That's gonna be 26.
Were you attempting to not murder him?
No.
Okay.
I do not care about these people.
He gives one pathetic hissing yelp as the mushroomy skeleton comes up and slashes him across the chest, and he turns around just in time to watch the big stick come down and crack him over the skull, and he collapses.
Yeah, neutral good does not mean neutral nice.
Fair.
He is traded.
Which one just died?
The lizard folk.
Okay. I guess if it's still the surprise round and the other guy is still up.
Both forms
Oh,
appear to be
the other guy went down?
unmovable.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't get that part. It doesn't
Skeleton.
surprise me, I just didn't hear it.
Yes.
Okay, I think we have the boat now. Can we leave? I don't like it here.
You don't like it anywhere.
That's not true. I like it in taverns.
You don't like it
I like it
anywhere
in
that has to do
the
with Astral
woods.
Sea.
Excuse me.
No.
We don't have the ship. We have the helm chamber.
Right.
Yeah,
Thanks, Negative
we
Nancy.
still would need to man this ship to get it away, which I'm hoping we can do with, I guess 6 people now.
And a skeleton.
And count and figure out that I've included the skeleton in that number.
They don't pay me enough to count.
Anyway, yes, the helm chamber is not your navigational hub.
Is it?
We're gonna need to take the helm, the navigational hub, and the top deck in order to get this thing out of here. Or trick them into disembarking, one or the other.
I mean, as long as we can keep taking them out in small groups, like 2 by 2, I think we'll be fine.
$20 says you just jinxed it, bud.
I know that. Zyden doesn't.
Well, we're basically invisible for an hour, so...
Yeah, the spell doesn't require concentration, and it's very effective.
Pass Without a Trace does, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I have no other concentration spells up right now.
So
Animate Dead definitely doesn't.
No, yeah, it doesn't.
So what are we doing now?
So here's my thing, right? The navigation, is that where the ship is piloted from? Or is that just like the map room or something?
Well, I can't speak for the exact design of this ship, but regularly they are the same chamber.
So then what's done at the helm if not drive the boat?
It is where the power is taken from.
I hate the Astral Sea. Okay.
Told you don't like it anywhere that has to do with the Astral Sea, but what do I know?
The Astral Sea has yet to do anything nice for me.
Valid.
But regardless, we have to clear everyone off this boat eventually anyway, so...
Yeah, but I mean, I figured if we could fly from here, we could just fly a little bit, and then Zyden could use a little bit of his exit all magic and just flush everyone else out into the cold depths of space.
Magic, yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't think you understand how this works.
You don't think?
Anyway, we're burning our hour of invisibility, so let's go.
We should be getting a move on.
Yes.
So the helm is captured. What are we doing with that one? And he kind of points to the bald guy on the floor.
I can't make any more skeletons today, so...
Well, I rather think that he might object to that. What with the still breathing thing?
Well,
do not
He
recall.
would have had an option.
He's gonna be unconscious for a few hours,
Yes.
so... I mean, like, I don't think he's a huge problem right this very moment.
I suppose you are correct.
Making a lot of bold assumptions about me asking permission to make someone into a skeleton.
And yet you had issues with resurrection before.
Yeah, because I like Zyden.
I have no...
Nicest thing you've
I
said
have
in a
no...
long time.
I understand that these people probably don't fully understand... Like, I don't fully understand what this group is about. I don't think they're evil. I just think they're assholes. And I don't necessarily think everyone that works...
Are you talking about them or us?
No, I'm talking... Well, I mean, yes. I don't necessarily know what this... I don't necessarily know what this group is about. I don't like them based on our interactions, but I also don't hold them any, like, long-term ill will. I would just like to be done with them.
I really had to realize that you were talking about the people on this ship and not the people you were with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met the people on this ship, the people on the space station, the people on the ship I was on before. There's only one of them I specifically would really like to unalive if I can find a reason to do so. Like, these guys are just underlings. I don't, like, honestly, I already feel like
So
having
where
two of
are
them
we
was
going?
unnecessary.
Where are we headed?
We've got a boat that we would like to return to with all of our. Well, friends is a strong word, but
Okay, well, let's establish something that we've sort of just been assuming, but I don't even know is true. Can this ship even feasibly be manned with 6 people?
Give me.
Seafaring's the best I've got, homie. You know that.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, give me a wisdom check plus your proficiency modifier, because you have proficiency sea vehicles.
I do have proficiency in sea vehicles. Yes. I do not have expertise, though.
I mean, this is basically a sea vehicle.
Yeah, that's why I'm letting him add his proficiency modifier.
That's going to be a 13.
You establish from the size of the brig that this is probably a brig class ship, and at the very underside of it, while you don't know the finer points of a ship of this nature,
Sure.
you know that a brig can very loosely be crewed by 6 people.
Sure. I turn to Asimar guy. So I know about water vehicles like the back of my hand. This is not quite the same. I get the sense that you know about these vehicles to some extent.
I mean, to a limited extent, yes, I am.
Sure, we're all guessing here. Do you think that if we... Do you think we need to take hostages in order to crew this out of here, or do you think the 6 of us can handle it?
I know about the mechanics and some things about construction. The actual practice of sailing is not it's not exactly my forte.
All right, we're gonna take some hostages.
Is there anyone in the Astral Sea who is good at their job? I have yet to find someone.
I am an archaeologist. What do I know about boats?
Admittedly, we're not asking about his job, so
Yeah,
we don't know
all
if he's
right.
good at it.
We need to take a few hostages to help us do this. Is
Okay.
the answer to that question?
Well, we have one, and then one that I think is permanently a hostage.
My point
Only if I cast the spell every day.
My point is that we need to keep. We have 2 people who are alive and unconscious on the ship. We need to keep at least like 2 or 3 overall that we think know something about the ship. Which the helmsman, I'm going to guess, knows something. But I would say we should probably, if we find anyone in navigation, we should probably keep at least one of them alive too.
If you want helmsman, this one is still breathing.
I am aware. I didn't kill him.
Okay.
That I'm saying that as kind of a blanket statement of we should. Y'all seem to not be have super compunctions about murdering these people, which, you know what, fair. But we should probably leave at least one person in each room alive so that we have some kind of understanding of how this fucking thing works.
You get sort of a laissez-faire opinion about life and death when you're, raised in the forest by semi-sentient fungus.
Yeah, sure, whatever. That sounds cool. Your edgy backstory is neat. Let's get on with this. I was raised by sea elves and my 2 lesbian pirate moms. Let's leave.
I have so many questions about both of you now, but where are we headed?
Well,
Navigation, right? You answered that question.
Yeah, sweep through the ship. Well, I mean, we need to go everywhere and take out kind of everyone eventually. So, but yeah, it seems like navigation and the top deck are our 2 next stops.
Like I said, up.
Okay, then how do we proceed up?
Elevator.
Well, if we got everything here, then
Spellevator.
Elevator.
There's also a lot of ladders, but ladders seem hard to use in this universe, so I'm gonna not use them.
He's not wrong.
Ladders seem more dangerous than just about anything else in this universe. So.
Okay, then let us return to elevator. Or
Elevator.
Spelevator.
The spelevator, yeah.
Okay.
I like how Chroma's just kind of developed a different accent over time.
I'm trying. Lesson here is I'm really bad at accents, so just kind of work with.
Oh, you're not bad.
You're bad at maintaining an accent.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's still problematic.
We're heading back to the lift then.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I believe that's the only real way up at this point.
Well, we are on 3, so where do we head?
Up,
Probably
down,
1.
I don't know, sideways.
Then we can start from the top down.
Okay.
Well, we should try and hit the places where there are the smallest pockets of people first, because literally the first time we do not complete combat in less than 1 round, everyone will know we are here.
That's a fair point.
So the top deck where, first of all, there are going to be probably several people, and second of all, everyone from the docks is going to be able to see us. Although, there are big fins on the side of this ship that kind of obscure view of the deck, so...
As you are debating this, Fira and Zyden, you proceed to hear that familiar voice go, "Report delivered. Sister inbound. Report delivered. Sister inbound. Prepare for arrival."
That sounds like a bad. We should probably
we relay that to people here.
That's probably...
Was that a message that was directed at us?
No, it appeared to be on the broad spectrum.
Okay, yeah. So, not responding over that at all. Just relaying the info to everyone here.
Mm-hmm.
That is bad. That is very bad.
Yeah, that's probably Cherub ship.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me.
We should probably go, Micah. That's what that means.
He's a celestial. He's an asshole. We shouldn't be here when he gets here.
All right, so can we go to navigation and make the ship go, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, yeah, the sisters own this place, and they're big time bad. So.
Yeah, I tried to throw one off a ship once. She doesn't like me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
She was surprisingly strong.
So, this way then. And he scurries back to the lift and says, "Well, that's 1, that's 2. I mean, it makes sense. They go left to right."
Cool.
All right. So let's
press
go.
all the buttons.
Which one do you actually push?
I'm leaving this to literally anybody else. I've had bad experiences with these boats.
Where do you think navigation would be? Would it be on the top deck? I don't know where this lets out. Actually, wait.
Tom 3.
From when we came down here, did it feel like we went down a while, or?
I will. Oh, that's not a thing you're asking out loud.
No, I'm asking DM because we might have at least noticed what floor we got on.
It appeared to only pass from one door to the next.
So we were on 2.
Okay, so we went from 2 to 3.
So 2 is the top deck. 1 would be like...
Yeah, 2 would be the deck. Yeah. 1 would probably be whatever is above there, say, navigation.
Like the captain's quarters and stuff.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah. Then let's go all the way up.
Okay, so as you push 1, the sandstone rises, and Mathus doesn't flinch as much as you watch as the sandstone above you draws closer.
This is my 4th time on this rodeo.
And it's honestly an intimidating sight because there's just a giant rock hurtling towards you until you pass through it. And then you just keep rising, and then you see a second one coming, and you're still tense about it, but you pass through it, and suddenly you feel the more open space, and you see the silvery fins rising up over your head as you are now standing on the finished wood top to this ship.
Wait, so we're just out in the open air?
We're on like the very top back deck, I'm assuming.
You are on the top deck between two sets of fins.
Is this where we came in?
No.
Okay, so we're higher up than we came in.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What do we see around us, like room wise?
So you see that there are a couple of boxy shaped tubes sitting to the rail of either side, and from the fin that is risen up over your head, you see the furled up orange glassy surface of what appears to be a sail that probably fans out over the bone structure of this scale. You have seen these sails extended before. And you see them pulsing faintly with an orange light. And then at the center of the plate behind you, give or take about 50 feet from where the front plate is, you see that the center section has an archway that actually goes into a further back section of the ship.
I think we went too high.
Seems it.
All right, well, we're still in the elevator. We can keep going.
Yep.
There are little sticks with all 4 buttons around you on this platform.
Are they labeled?
Yeah, exactly the same way as they were in the other.
In that language I don't speak.
Yes. But it has been explained to you that they say 1 through 4 in a left to right arc.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's just numbers.
All right. So which floors have we been to? We've been on floor 2 and floor 3.
We've definitely been on 1 and 3. We think we came in on 2.
All right. Well, process of elimination.
Let's go to 4 then.
4 is, I'm almost certain, going to be the cargo hold, but I could be wrong. It was the cargo hold on the other ship.
Mm.
But
there were rooms up here on this top. There were rooms up here on this top deck, right?
When you were on the other one, you actually do remember that you came to the top deck, and when you worked your way to the back, there was like a throw cushions and pillows lounging space.
Oh, right.
We're rear of the deck.
We're up on the hookah deck.
Yes, essentially, you remember a hookah deck on the last one.
Gotcha.
So if this one falls to 4.
Cool. Then just about everything important is going to be 1 floor below us.
All right, then let's
and we
go
are
to
going
that floor.
to get to that stuff. We are probably going to have to cross the open deck because the elevator is going to spit us out on the open deck, unless that's different. Unless that's different on this ship than it was on the other ship.
It's a good thing we're super sneaky.
Okay, so you go back to 2.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you exit 2. There is a door across from the elevator, and it says galley over the top as Chromat points out to you.
translates for us.
And then if you go back to the right, you hit the cross section where the long hallway goes down through the center of the ship, and you know that back across is the gangplank back out to the dock. And there were 2 other doors sort of near the entrance archway to the ship.
All right, well, let's go to where we need to go. We're burning daylight.
At the center hallway, there is the large archway aft, and going back towards the bow, there is a standard archway, a large archway, another standard archway, and a archway at the far end, and a window running across the center, across the right-hand side of that hallway, with a big window that peers out to the dock.
All right. You're the guy who seems to know what we're doing. Mathus, you want to tell us what direction to go in?
I mean, I have literally fucking Scooby-Dooed around one of these ships. And that ended terribly for me, so... my character actually lived through this, and I didn't. Do I remember... this was the floor that had the big central power section on it, right? On the other ship?
The power cabling appeared to run out of a large workshop space, which you have not found comparatively for this ship.
No, but it was on. I think the other ship had 5 floors, right?
Technically, it had 6, but
6. Okay, but the power coupling room was relatively close to the top. It wasn't on the top, but it was on like the 2nd or 3rd floor, right?
No, actually, it was on deck 4.
Oh, it was all the way at the bottom?
It was sort of mid-range to the bottom, yeah.
Oh, right, because 6, yeah, that's right. Cool. Yeah, I didn't really get to explore. I think there should be a communications array on this floor somewhere.
You actually seem to remember a pretty similar layout, because you straight...
Oh, yeah, this was the floor that I fucking balled through when I got on the boat. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some bathrooms on this floor, and there's a communications array somewhere on this floor, most likely. But I don't know about navigation. I never found navigation on the other ship I was on. I don't think, anyway.
No.
Unless those mirrors were navigation, and I just didn't know it. So yeah, not a huge amount of help here. The people who can read Celestial and see what things are labeled will probably be better off at this than I am. So let's head down the hallway and start scanning doorways for useful information.
Sounds good, or as close to good as we're gonna get.
Okay, so you're headed bow or aft?
Can we see basically the whole length of the hallway in each direction? Because I assume we're closer to the aft, right?
The aft is about 30 feet behind you. Hits a large arch. And then bow, you go past the 3 doors on the left, and then there's another large arch at the other end.
My gut feeling is to conserve what precious surprise time we have. Is we should split up, but also that's a bad idea.
You have to remain within 30 feet of him to get your super stealth.
I am very stealthy on my own, but but yes. So yeah. All right. How do we want to do this? Do we want to methodically do this all together, or do we want to? Because it's going to take us a while to search this ship. Just as one group.
We are running out of time. We need to find a proper set of navigation if we're going to.
All right, you guys take the long way. I'll take the short way. I'll go to the aft. You go to the bow.
Sure.
And I will use my last spell slot to disguise myself again.
Okay.
This time I'm going to disguise myself as the Helm's lizard folk.
Okay. Do you want me to come with you? Your friend there appears to be able to read as well as I can.
Yeah, I do need somebody who can read Celestial to come with me.
I will come with you then. Unless you would like to go with him. I don't want me to speak for you, large one.
I'm good going either way. I'm not the stealthiest on my own, so it may be better for me to stay within this shadow sphere.
Well then I am fairly light on my feet. I will travel with your friend.
You've also sort of tipped that you can turn invisible, so
not exactly, but whatever. Anyway,
yeah,
you implied that.
All right, so to sort of cut to the quick on this, you guys go to that aft door, and he looks up and immediately goes, "Oh, that says stairwell."
Oh, well, okay, then we don't split up.
All this debate to say, oh, wait.
Like, not that this isn't riveting storytelling, but can we assume we systematically search the ship until we find people and then
Sure, I didn't know if anybody was actually keeping track of knowing what all is.
Not even a tiny amount.
I cannot keep track of where anything is that you're describing.
Not only that, but I tried to do that last time and thoroughly discovered that the layout of these ships does not make any fucking sense from a not three-dimensional space, which you basically told me at the beginning, so that was my hubris.
Yeah.
So
the map in the beginning here, very helpful. This ship has no map though.
Let's be entirely transparent. Of all the moves I thought your asses were gonna do, getting on this fucking ship wasn't one of them.
Look, I was content to go back to the other boat, but nah, we had to be fancy.
Okay, so you go down the long hallway and you actually come to the first door, and Zyden, you do read right across the arch. It says Captain's Quarters.
I relay that. It seems we've reached the captain's quarters. I don't know if we'll have navigation stuff in there.
I'll move my stuff in later. Let's go.
If you press on past the door, the large door halfway down the hallway says sending over it.
Okay, well, this is the communication. Well, assuming that Chromat tells us that this is the communications array. Assuming I'm right, through that door there should be a bunch of mirrors with a crystal in the middle that can be used somehow to send messages of some kind.
Noted.
Actually, I dipped my head through there real quick. Is there anyone in there, first of all?
When the door rolls back, the room is empty, and you see that there are, in fact, 7 gold-framed mirrors spread in a semicircle in front of a pedestal, and the 5th one around the arch is covered in a black cloth.
Interesting. Okay. Shit, I should have written down which one was covered.
You mean from the previous one?
Yeah.
Also the 5th one around.
Okay, that's what I thought. I figured it was the same one.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. That's good to know for later that there is somewhere that they're not supposed to be contacting. But, okay. So this is the communications array. I don't think that's useful for right now. I will probably use that later to tell Cherub to go fuck himself. Let's go to the next room.
Next one just says WC over it.
We found the poop room.
The waiter closet.
At which point, Cherub.
Cherub? Oh, he's here. Good.
Crap. Chromat actually gets excited and points to the arch at the end of the hallway, and it very clearly says navigation.
Well, I mean, it might clearly say that to him and Zyden.
It sure does.
It sure says absolutely nothing clearly to me.
This is
or Mike.
this.
No, I don't speak that
Seems we
language.
found navigation.
This
Neat.
This is the. This is the control of
Navigation
the ship.
room.
Yes.
Oh, good. Let's go get it.
Okay. So I would like to help in this fight, but
It really hasn't been necessary so far.
sure,
Mm.
Okay, I'll stand at the back. Never mind.
It's generally a miracle if we make it to Zayden's turn.
Okay. So I assume we are doing this soft foot.
Yeah,
As we can.
not to.
All right. Then everybody needs to give me a stealth check.
Rolling for me, then rolling for my skeleton.
Are we still with the plus 10?
Yeah.
Me too.
29.
23 and 19 for me and the skeleton, respectively.
Okay.
We got a 23-19.
I'm glad he moved to the back because the last guy sure got 15.
How many guys are in here?
So as you open the door and it rolls back, you see four figures in this room. One is sort of leaned lazily on a large wheel, give or take 15 feet into the room. Past him is a large table, very similar to the navigational table that you have seen on the Sapphire. And there are two guys leaned over it, apparently charting courses. And a final figure at the front of the room, who does turn around and looks up and goes, Asimar?
Oh, boy.
He must have rolled really well.
He wasn't actively looking, but his perception sure beat a 15.
That's fair. So he's just looking through the rest of us.
Well, we get caught by proxy.
Yes.
If anything, he's now the distraction we use to go and hit them.
So he just goes, Asimar? If you would like to take an action, though, you all appear to...
Ice knife!
Okay, where are you ice knifing?
Oh, man.
You
Let's
can
see.
pick that
Actually,
one.
can I? Well, so are we?
He's
Are we
already said
rolling?
he's made the attack, so where are you ice
My
knifing?
thing is, are we rolling that we have, since we have surprise, we have advantage?
Yeah.
Well, I'm still stealthed even if he gives himself away, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I just didn't want to lose my stealthy boy attack.
No, they don't appear to see anyone except the Asimar, who's just kind of like chilling in the center of
Well,
the
they're about to see Micah.
Oh, yeah.
Michael lacks chill right now.
That's fair.
Today has been bad, and he is not a fan, and he's just gonna ice knife some bitches.
I like that. Michael lacks chill, so he's about to create some.
Some chill, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to very aggressively cool the situation down.
What's the spread on ice knife?
5 feet from the person it hits.
None of
In
them
every
are standing
direction.
within 5 feet of each other.
Oh, none of them are standing within 5 feet of each other, huh?
No, it's like a 20-foot table, and the table is probably a good 15 feet on beyond the wheel that the one guy is leaning on. The two guys
That's
are like
fair.
leaned over either side of the table, and the other guy is down like a little half flight of stairs in a viewing like glass window, basically looking out at the stars.
I just want it to be known that the fact that I can't cast call lightning from indoors is very druid phobic. And I do not care for it.
I like the hilarity that I've somehow put a campaign in the Astral Sea. How often are you actually outside?
Fair.
Not as
I mean,
often.
if we were
as
even,
I would
I
like
mean,
to
if
be
we were
able
even
to call
on the
lightning.
top deck, it would be fine. But
Yeah.
Sure.
And I feel like call lightning would be usable anywhere next to a window.
I'm still going to blow my cover, but I'm going to do so in a way more fun way.
I'm looking forward to it. Do go on.
So, can I get within a 15-foot cube of all of them?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Cool.
well.
I'm going
not-
to do
you
that.
Can't, you can't get the guy down the half flight of stairs, but you can get to the rest of them.
Cool. So Thunderwave is a fun spell. Thunderwave cast at 2nd level is a really fun spell.
So much for stealth.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, I'm gonna try to launch one of them down the stairs at the other guy.
Okay.
Just see if I can. Anyway, they need to make Constitution saving throws.
Sure do.
To be fair, we're never really good at stealth in the first place. The fact that we've made it this far is a miracle.
What's my save?
I'm great.
16.
I'm great at stealth.
Yes, well, you're new,
Yeah.
so you don't count.
Okay.
I can't.
2 of them actually succeeded.
That's unfortunate for me. So they're gonna take half damage
Mm-hmm.
instead of getting knocked away.
Sure.
Ain't no one gonna be stealthy anymore due to the 300-foot radius thundercrack.
Yup.
Yep.
Hmm.
Anyway.
Also, the way we've broken stealth mostly has been with sound attacks.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that might make everyone else on the ship notice there's something going on. It's not really going to make the people in this room notice those of us who are still hidden.
Huh.
Yeah.
So they're gonna take 11 damage each.
Okay.
Real sad I didn't. Real sad that they saved that.
One of them didn't. So is it 22 for the other guy?
Yeah. And he gets knocked just on his ass.
You know what?
By which I mean 10 feet away from me.
Given how I rolled their ones, make a ranged attack.
Amazing.
At disadvantage.
Sure. Let's see. Whoop. What am I adding for my modifier here?
I will.
Spellcasting?
Yes, I will let you add your spellcasting.
Cool. Then my lower number is a 15.
Okay. The other guy. So as you blast them, the guy at the wheel and the guy to the left of the navigation table get slammed by it, but they continue to hold.
Come on and slam, and welcome to Japan.
And welcome to Japan. Yeah. Sorry.
Now I have Space Jam stuck in my head. Fuck you guys.
And then I'll have my skeleton take his surprise attack round.
Uh-huh.
And he's just gonna run up and slash a dude.
Yeah. I mean, the guy at the wheel's the closest.
Yeah, he gonna slash that wheel guy. He rolled real good. I'm not even gonna add my modifier because that's a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
And that hits for 7 slashing damage.
Okay. You carve up that guy's back pretty cleanly. He's still up, but he is ragged of breath.
What happened to the one that I made the spell attack roll on? I'm sorry.
As as you busted in, you see a dark orange-eyed Dwargar. He looks up just in time to get smashed in the face, and his crumpled form whips and flips through the air, sailing backwards towards the Kenku that turned around and noticed you. The Kenku manages to narrowly duck out of the way as the body slumps into the fore section of the ship. And the two tieflings are still standing there, now snarling at you, although the one by the wheels turn around to figure out that there is a freakish-ass skeleton standing behind him.
That is Jeremy, and he will thank you not to be so goddamn racist.
Undead is not a race.
I disagree.
All right. Anything else from you?
Those are my actions, so...
Fantastic. Then whoever would like to go next.
Who are we looking at here, and who has taken damage?
There are
One
two...
guy is taken down.
Yeah, the Dwargar is knocked out. There's a Kenku and two tieflings. The one tiefling by the wheel looks to be in rough shape.
All right. I'm going to Eldritch Blast, and since I get two of them, it's going to go towards both the tieflings.
Oh, also, Micah?
Yeah, that's me.
You do watch as you slam your wave out. The lights in the board crack and are now flickering.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, those will both probably hit. Let's see, it's a 15 and an 18 plus 6. Yeah, those are both way over 20.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those both hit.
All right, so...
Roll the damage for the first one. Which one are you shooting?
Both of the tieflings. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so first one is a 6 damage. And oh wait, I'm rolling the wrong die. Hold on. Oh yeah, first one is 8 damage. Second is 13 damage.
13 and then 8, you said?
Yes.
The one by the map takes a crack in the face. The one by the wheel takes it square in the chest, bounces off the wheel, and just collapses at Jeremy's feet. No longer a racist.
Okay.
Who's next?
You can go.
There's one guy left.
There are two.
How far are they from me and each other respectively?
The tiefling is from the door about 30 feet.
Okay.
I'll call it 35 on account of you were standing behind
have-
some of the others.
I have 40 movement. That's fine.
That's fine. The other one is another 50 feet forward, and he was like at the front window. And has not
So
gotten a
35 and 50 feet. Okay, I don't think I can get both of these guys because I have 80 total movement. And that would require 85 total movement.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna charge up to the first guy. And I'm going to actually I totally can get that other guy. I'm gonna pull my rapier and my dagger.
Okay.
I'm going to run up to the first guy and stave him.
Okay.
That's going to
The bot's
be
being sassy, Dustin. Fix it.
Oh.
With advantage, assuming because I still have stealth, that's going to be a 25 to hit.
Yeah, 25 hits.
Uh, 19 damage.
Yeah, I mean, you walk up after this guy is still recovering from the Eldritch Blast he took, and you just get your knife in there, and are you trying to kill him?
Not particularly.
Then you spin around as he is coming back up, and you crack him across the cheek with the butt of your blade.
Cool. I'm going to move my remaining 45. I'm going to take a bonus action to move 45 more feet to put me within 5 feet of the other guy. And then I am going to...
Well, I thought you needed... I thought that's 80 total.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's
I take 2 40-foot movement speeds.
Yep. So there's
So
another
there's still
5 foot. Yeah, okay.
Correct.
Yep.
And then I take my knife and I use my second special first turn attack that I get from Gloomstalker, and I whip my knife at him.
Okay.
As a thrown weapon.
Sure.
I assume at this point this guy has seen me and I no longer have advantage.
Correct. You mutilated his
That's going to be a 16 to hit.
16's gonna miss.
Okay. I assume my knife plants into something behind him.
Yeah.
Or clatters to the ground.
It actually hits the window, but immediately just bounces back and rolls away. Clearly the glass is refined.
Fair. Oakley dokley. That's it for me.
Fira, what are you doing?
I'm assuming that I'm the only one that has stealth still.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move close enough to shoot the one that has taken the most damage.
There's only one left.
Okay, so I'm gonna move. I'm gonna make sure I'm positioned in a way I can hit him, and I'm gonna shoot with my crossbow.
Okay.
And I am going to miss that very badly.
Okay.
Even with advantage, I got a 1 and a 2. So.
That's rough.
All right.
So there goes my advantage.
Now I'm assuming we're rolling initiative.
I'm sorry, that was a 1, right? Oh, you're on advantage, so you don't take the one that's right.
7 for initiative, or 8 for initiative. Sorry. I'm getting rid of that die too.
13. I need a book when this combat's over. 23.
Yeah, I need to go to bed after this.
Yeah.
28.
Okay. Sorry, it's Mathus. And then, sorry, so 25 to 20? No one 20 to 15?
Micah was 25 to 20.
Right.
Oh.
23, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Also, you have to roll for your Skeleman.
Oh, right, my Skeleman.
I don't think it's going to matter, but...
Skeleman gets a 17.
Okay. I definitely just wrote Skeleman. Fascinating. Okay. I should have just written Jeremy.
You need to go to bed after this too, apparently.
Yeah, anyway. 20 to 15, 15 to 10.
13.
Okay.
8.
And Fira, and I need to roll for my boy. Oh, he didn't do too bad. All right. So Mathus.
I'm gonna Hunter's Mark him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stave him for 22.
That'll hit.
Don't have enough D6s. That's going to be 14 damage.
Okay. He is unhappy that you are there. As
I don't. And can I take my I'm gonna switch to my buckler as part of my attack action.
Sure.
And can I take my bonus action to just scoop my my knife back up off the floor?
Yeah, you can do both.
Not equip it or anything, just have it back on my person.
Sure. You have to circle around behind him to go get it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
First of all, that won't provoke an attack of opportunity. Nope. Second of all, I don't do that.
Okay.
Attack of opportunities don't happen to me.
Yes. Anyway, so as you are rounding on the final figure in the navigation room, you do Thera and Chromat and Zyden. Did you really move from the door?
No, not really.
You just kind of shot those guys. You hear a door roll open behind you in the hallway.
Ooh, they got here fast.
And you see, coming out of the last door down the hallway, a looming, hairy figure. Pointed, tufted ears and long fangs, and he bellows out, "What in the name of the sisters is going on here?"
Oh, fuck.
I know this homie. Or I know this homie's brother.
Jeremy, get him!
And you actually watch as, in a flash of orange light, he covers the distance from the door to the door of navigation.
Rude.
And pops up, and as he appears there, just roll a d4 and figure out who he's gonna. Yeah. Oh, I feel like an asshole.
Zyden, get ready to get killed again.
Oh, Zyden. On the upside, the second one's a 10, but I think the 23's gonna hit.
Yeah.
23 generally does.
Wait. So what does this guy look like? Like big old guy, hairy with pointed ears?
You see a large, tattooed figure that, in your knowledge of material plane creatures, you would mistake for a bugbear. He's a big dude. You take 14
what did he roll for the
23.
Okay, never mind. That's not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, shield's not gonna help you.
He proceeds to appear with his great axe in hand, and he pivots and carves across your chest for 14 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
Very rude.
And he just snarls.
Big.
And hellish rebuke.
Okay, do I get a save against that?
Yeah.
Did you?
Deck save.
That's gonna be a 21.
Well, did he have to walk past me to get to him?
He appeared between you.
Ah, I see.
Well, that is half damage, but that's half of 4d10. So.
Oh, did you cast it at 4th level?
Oh, it automatically.
Oh, right, because you're a warlock. You have to
level.
cast it at 4th level, right?
Warlock, my friend.
I forgot. You don't have a choice.
My warlock friend.
Mm-hmm.
Are you at 4th level already?
No, it's 3rd level.
3rd
spells.
level, okay.
Yeah, the 3rd level
That
is 40.
still tracks. Yep.
Yep.
Is that how it would be? Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, because of every above 4. Yeah, every first. Yeah.
22 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
Smash.
Ow.
The flames wash over him, and he snarls. Micah, what are you doing?
Micah's gonna do the tried and true Micah thing.
Okay.
Mostly because I'm just about out of spells. I'm down to first level spells. I still have like all 4 first level spells, but none of them are that great.
Sure.
Yeah, because I'm pretty certain just smacking him deals more damage than Ice Knife. No, it doesn't. Oh, I'm gonna throw an Ice Knife at him.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck this nerd.
Does Ice Knife hit everybody immediately around him?
Within 5 feet, yes.
So me?
We'll hit Zyden.
Zyden.
You just appeared next to me and attacked me?
Zyden. Every time I want to hit someone, you're always there.
He sort of,
Why are you using shotguns?
he appeared.
I'm a druid. Those are like my only options.
He appeared more or less in the trifected space between Jeremy, Fira, and Zyden. So it's gonna be a mess if you try to ice knife him.
Captain Collateral Damage.
Okay. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have that guy make a strength saving throw. That probably won't help me. Fine then. Fine. Since Zyden has to be a prop, I'll go smack him with my club. Does a 26 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. I was about to be real concerned. That's going to be 16 damage.
Okay.
Do you need me to split it up between clubbing and poison, or can I just give you lump sums?
No, I actually need you to break it up.
Okay, well, the magical clubbing, because it is a magical clubbing.
Oh, then never mind.
Okay. Yeah, because Shillelagh makes it a magical
It
clubbing.
does. Cool. Anything else?
No, I
Fantastic.
club him magically.
So, you look back, and Chromat actually gives a shake of his hand, and a gold-plated halberd appears in his hand. And he gives it a spin and points it at this guy. And takes a couple of shots.
Zyden, can you summon your weapon as a rapier and give it to me? and then shoot him with magic.
Sadly, no matter how I summon my weapon, I'm the only one who can hold it.
That is absolutely not true.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can, as long as it stays within, like, I think 10 feet of you or something like that, it doesn't disappear.
I believe you can't
Also-
have proficiency with it.
Also, didn't you get your rapier back?
I do, but it's not magic.
Oh.
So
And any weapon you summon is magic.
Chromat opens fire, and the one shot goes wide, but the other one hits him square in the chest and seems to absolutely sizzle as it blasts into him. Jeremy.
Jeremy, I guess it's just going to slice him, because Jeremy doesn't have magical weapons.
Okay.
Jeremy's just a skeleton.
Sir.
And my dear, dear friend. Jeremy gets 18 to hit.
Yeah, just so.
And deals 7 non-magical slashing damage.
Okay.
It's a good boy, Jeremy. Doing Papa proud.
Okay, so now the Kenku is gonna go. Mathus. That is a 21 and a 14.
Well, the 14 is not going to hit me. I don't think there's anything I can do about the 21.
Okay.
There's not.
You take 5 points of slashing damage. Zyden, you
Yes.
currently have a very large bugbear man directly in your business.
Yeah, I'm gonna just summon my scimitar and slash at him because he is right there, and that is my first reaction.
Fair enough. Go for it.
That's a 21 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Right. And that is 8 damage.
Sure.
Okay, and then I'm gonna attack him again because I get two attacks with my packed weapon. Oh, that's the exact same number. Excellent.
There you go.
And okay. What? All right. Yeah, another 8 damage.
Okay. Anything else?
I still got my bonus action, but I think that's all I can do with it.
Okay.
Unless, actually, hold on. I need to examine something here. What does that take? Oh, it's just once per short rest.
Hey.
Oh, man, I should. Yeah, I'm done.
Fira, unless you want to move anywhere, Zyden.
Well, if I do, he gets to attack me. So no.
Okay, Fira, go.
I'm gonna. Too close for me to try and shoot him, right?
He is 5 feet from you. Yes.
So I'm gonna swap out and quarterstaff him and clunk him.
Okay.
I'm going to fail at clunking him.
Okay. He just reaches
I'm
back.
assuming an 8 doesn't.
No, he just reaches back and grabs the stick as you swing it through the air and gives you a snort. Mathus.
I'm going to attack the guy that's in front of me.
Okay.
It's going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah, he doesn't have anybody adjacent to him in any way, right?
No.
Except me. That's going to be 13 damage. Oh, sorry. Hang on. I need to roll an extra d6 because he's 100. 17 damage.
Well, either way, you catch him right under the chin, or under the beak, rather, and he immediately stumbles backwards and collapses on the stairs.
I bonus action to move my hunter's mark to the guy who everyone else is hitting with pool cues, and then I move 30 feet back towards him.
Okay. On his turn, he is...
makes a Constitution saving throw.
Sure does. That's a natural 20.
Okay, so he's good.
He is going to spend his bonus action to reach up and hold fingers to a circlet and goes,
The interlopers are on board.
and then he is going to haul off and repeat what he was doing because you happen to be there. But the 10 and the 13 are probably not going to do it, huh, Zyden?
Nope.
Okay. He's a little busy sending a message out, which Zyden and Fira, you do hear almost in an echoing fashion in your head as he does it.
Mm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Are we playing with ganging up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That was his turn, which makes it Micah's turn.
Oh, cool. Micah gonna club him.
Go for it.
Do 24 to hit.
Yes, but he's going to spend his reaction to reduce that actually just by enough.
Well, in that case, I'm going to use Lucky.
Oh, okay.
Because I took this feat and I just never use it.
Okay.
No, you have Lucky.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So
You took Lucky at 4th level instead of an ASI.
Yeah. Because
Excellent.
Lucky's
No, I
better.
approve. Lucky is a great feat.
Lucky's better.
I don't believe you
Well-
can make me re-roll in this situation because I think.
Sorry, what exactly is he doing?
So he is bringing his axe around to deflect your stick strike with a parry.
Okay.
Did you roll anything?
Yes, he rolled a superiority die and added his modifier.
Yeah, I believe Lucky can only make you re-roll d20s.
Yes, I believe so as well.
Okay, I'm unfamiliar with how this system works here with superiority die and all that. Is that changing his AC or what's happening?
It reduces your attack strike by what I roll plus his modifier.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, it's a fighter feature. He's probably rolling like a d6 or a d8 sort of to reduce your attack roll. So yeah, he's effectively boosting his AC.
Okay. Do I get to? Oh, so I can't use Lucky to re-roll my attack to get a higher attack roll.
You can
Uh,
spend
You
it
can
on
reroll
yours.
your attack.
Yes, you can't make
Right,
me re-roll
that's-
my die. Yeah.
No, but what I was saying is, can I use it to re-roll my die to make it better?
Correct.
Yeah.
You also should have advantage on the attack
Oh,
because you are all literally in a circle around him, hitting him with pool cues.
oh, okay. Well, then with my advantage roll, that's a 26.
Okay, he does not reduce by enough then.
Okay, so I don't even need to use Lucky.
Okay.
So anyway, that's going to be 22 damage.
Yeah.
Uh,
And in all actuality, he goes to block, but you juke him out, and you crack him across the face, and you hear a resounding snap as his head goes just a little too far to the left, and he drops.
What a guy.
See, Micah's good at his job.
At least one of us is.
Can we? There's a quick thing that Dustin, you should probably make a decision about now before it's relevant and feelings are hurt about it.
Okay.
So there is a raw interpretation of Lucky, and then there is a what basically everyone does when it comes to Lucky, which is Lucky allows you to roll an extra d20, and then you can pick between that or any of the dice you rolled on
None of
a
this
roll.
matters because he hit him with the advantage roll.
Right, but it'll
Yeah.
matter down the line.
Oh,
This
I
will
see.
matter down the line.
Sure.
The way Lucky works, rules is written, if you are rolling at disadvantage,
Yeah.
you can roll a third Lucky die while you are rolling at disadvantage, and then you get to pick any of those 3 dice, including the higher of the original 2 dice, to be your result.
Oh.
Yes. Rules is written, that's how it works. Most people don't like that.
Sorry, there actually is a fragment of Lucky that lets me make them re-roll their attacks.
Yeah, their attacks, but not
yeah.
his superiority dice.
Yeah. That is neat.
I am of the stance that if you have disadvantage, if you roll the second one and don't care for that answer, you may roll another die and use either the lower of the original or whatever you roll on the second one.
Yeah, that's what most people home rule, but
Yes.
technically, the way it is written, it turns disadvantage into advantage
No.
plus a die.
No.
Turns disadvantage into better advantage.
Yeah. No.
Correct.
That's horseshit,
Holy.
and I don't care for it. Yeah.
Anyway. I just wanted to get that out of the way now, so when it's important later, nobody's like, "Why are you fucking me in this particular instance?"
Okay.
I've always liked the concept of double advantage, but not in that context. That's like I can make anything double.
Okay, so you definitely hear over your headbands, all blades to the Ubric, all blades to the Ubric. And that is where we will pick up next session.